Ready? Break. Lock the fuck in.
Method.
I see you.
Method.
We're going method. Now, let's go and make the greatest war movie ever. This is Tropic Thunder. As is tradition for our season finales, we have on WatchParty. Welcome back, gang. We've got Halley, Melissa, and Veronica. How have you been since we recorded Step Brothers? What's been going on? This has been, that was exactly a year ago.
Oh my God.
God.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's been a year?
That was a year.
What?
We're honored to be back for your
Oh my
season
gosh,
finale.
where's the year gone?
Good
Honored
Lord.
to have you.
This year?
Melissa got married this year.
I'm a Mrs.
Congratulations.
She's a missus.
Congratulations.
Although I
right?
put my
Do we like
old
him?
last name in there.
We love him.
Oh,
Okay, good. Okay,
He's
good.
beautiful
All right,
and
good.
Irish
I would
and
have
wonderful.
To kill him.
Wow. Yeah.
So what else have y'all been working on this past year? I talked to Halley right before you did your big Oscars party. So basically from Oscars party until now, what have you been working on? And do you have anything you want to plug for this comes out next week?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're like all working on something.
Cool.
Well,
One by
together,
one.
we have a very exciting. So we're kind of doing a new chapter of Watch Party, and Watch Party is going to screen our friends' movies and television shows at the Rat.
sick.
And so our first big premiere of that is going to be Yellow Lines on June 8th. And we're going to do basically a big party for the cast and crew, and we're going to ask them important questions about what inspired you to make it's a web series. So we're going to do a screening, I believe, of the finale.
Yeah, the
yes,
last two
the finale.
episodes. So
The last 2 episodes, yeah.
Awesome. And so we're gonna ask them very important questions about what inspired them to make the piece, and what kind of director hat do they wear? You know, very, very important, enticing questions. And why yellow? We're gonna wear yellow. So we're gonna party with those guys, and we're gonna kind of continue doing more and more nights like that on top of covering awards. And I think, like, we're going to do the Oscars every year, of course. We're going to probably try to do a few more award shows in between. And we're going to make movies, too. So we're working on a
my
few.
God.
Melissa's got some stuff she's working on.
Oh my God,
I've got a
tell
few
us,
scripts
tell
I'm
us.
writing, and Veronica has a show she's writing. So we're working on getting our scripts. We're gonna guerrilla film make and television make them, and see what we can do.
I'm so excited.
Did I
Mel
miss anything?
Or V, do you want to drop any synopses about what you're working on, or is it top secret?
Oh, no. So I'm actually finishing. I went back to college for film production. So,
Nice.
like, this is my thesis film, which hopefully this is kind of like the reason why I went back is because I fell in love with this story and started writing the screenplay for it. And then I was like, I don't want to sell this. I want to make it myself. So I went back to school. So this is kind of like a snippet of hopefully kind of like pitching this to eventually make into like a feature film.
Perfect.
But basically the story is about a big band leader that later on in life from the 1930s. So it's a period piece that like later in life when he passed away, it was discovered that he was actually female. So it's kind of like a trans story. And like Billy lived his whole entire life and like had married and kids. And then like, it's like, oh, my dad passed away. And they're like, this is not a man, this is a woman. So it's just kind of like that whole unraveling and like Billy deciding to like be a big band leader, a men's big band leader, and like kind of like strapping in and all that stuff. So like I love that story. So like I'm kind of telling a small portion of that and filming it. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. V over here is my producer.
Oh,
Yes!
Incredible. Oh, I'm
She's
so
producing.
proud of y'all. What's the research been like for that, Mel?
So I've been I kind of happened upon a book about it, and then I kind of like deep dove, and it's been intriguing. Like I know way too much about big bands now.
We love a well-researched auteur, though. That's very
Yeah,
Ryan Coogler
and-
of you.
Yes.
It is, yes. Like that's why of like seeing Sinners, I was like, this is kind of like how deep I'm going of
Same.
like the time period and like what's going on. Like you're not even learning the history part of what's going on at that time, but it's so like integral. So it's like I'm really happy and also like finally supporting, and my lead is transitioning, and he's amazing. So it's like telling true stories about like trans people and trans lives. So
we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that. That's so cool. And
Hell
V,
yeah.
what have you got going on?
Yeah. So I've been working on my own like series that I'll be creating and writing. That's called like Murphy's Law. It's kind of in the. I'm very excited. So it'll be a comedy. It's about a law firm. Kind of one of. And I'm very, very excited about it. It should be a lot of fun. I'm creating it, and with my. It started actually with our friend Lori, Lori Slater. She's amazing. And it started out with we started talking about doing like filming something for a real piece, and then it just spiraled. I was like, oh, I've always wanted to do something like XYZ, and she's like, well, we could keep making it bigger and bigger, and so it'll be. I'm really excited. Is in the pre-production phases, and we're looking to film the end of this year, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm really excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aw, and it's going to be a web series?
A web series or vertical series.
Ooh,
So
fun.
I think I'd love to, working that out behind the scenes, but I'd love to dip my toe in there, verticals, things like that, figure out. So I think it's cool. I think it was cool. I think it's like it's a cool way that I think it's a form that's here to stay for a bit.
I think so too. Yeah, I just listened to an episode of a podcast where they were talking about how popular Chinese soap operas have become in vertical format. So it's really interesting. I didn't realize that was such a huge market. Wow, I'm so proud of you guys. You're all working on.
we're evolving.
We're evolving.
Big year.
I know,
we're
right?
gonna-
Big year.
Yeah, it's Melissa and Veronica are literally saving my life, and we're gonna film a movie in the fall as well. It's like a Before Sunset, but it's about two people post-COVID walking up and down New York City.
Amazing. That's
So
such
it's
a great
basically
concept.
before sunset, before sunrise, but instead of time, it's distance. And Melissa's going to be DP, and V is going to be producing, and V's also going to be in it, and Melissa, you'll probably be in it. And I'm trying to figure out all the kinks for it, but
Amazing.
they're my lifesavers, because they were like, why don't we like do this? Like, why don't we like produce each
Look at
other's
all
stuff?
this
And I was like,
DIY
oh shit, yeah.
female filmmaker energy. Oh my god, incredible. I just finished reading Halley's script for another concept. I fucking love it.
Oh,
That
thanks, man.
Yeah.
You're my
Revenge-
lifesaver.
I love revenge, so you
Love
know something.
revenge. I love
something, Halley.
revenge.
Do it any way
Oh, yeah.
we can support. Obviously, we will.
You guys are amazing.
Anything we can do for the squad.
I'm so excited for our new chapter.
Then we're going to come on here for post clarity talking about our own films. And
Oh,
it'll be a whole
God.
360
Oh, Lord.
whole
That'll be
180.
amazing. Oh, wow.
Where it started and where it is.
And I'll be like,
How
so
it's
take me
going.
through the origins of this story.
Well, it started of us talking about we're on a boat. And
Yes. Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
It'd be
Oh,
great to
God,
get an
love ya.
actual director's perspective on an episode.
Yes.
Oh, my
Exactly.
Oh my
Lord.
God, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's
it's so good. It's so good to see you both.
Yeah. It's so exciting to be on this journey with all of you guys.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
Oh my god. Oh, by the
Year
way, I don't know
later.
if I told. I know, right? I don't know if I told you all this. I definitely told Halley at some point, but Step Brothers is our most popular episode.
Yes.
Stop!
Stop!
It's like hovering around the top 3 at all times. At one point, it was number 1. I think now it might be Sinners, but you're like
That's
that
fair.
fucking
That's
that fucking
allowed.
episode.
Tell us
That
more.
fucking episode is like just got a life of its own. Like I remember posting it and being so upset because it only got like 10 listens or whatever. I was like, God, I fucking edited this thing for 2 weeks. Remember, we had to stop and record it like a week later. Like we had half of an episode recorded, had to stop, and then come back a week later, record the rest of it. I edited my ass off trying to get it out on time, and then no one fucking listened to it. I was sick. But then over the summer,
There you go.
And then throughout the fall, I kept checking like the Spotify stats and whatever, and people are still playing this episode.
Yes,
Like,
yes, including myself. I will listen back at it just for a good laugh.
oh my god, it's so
Such
funny.
a good time.
The
It
memes.
was so funny.
Oh,
It's one of my
man.
favorite episodes too. I've listened to it twice.
Like literally cackling on the train. I'm like, oh yeah, we were talking about that. Like,
Dude,
Yeah.
totally.
listening to.
Oh, I'm so glad you
It
guys
just took
liked
me
it.
back.
Oh my
That
god,
was just so
you guys
fun.
were all
I
batting a
busted-
billion.
yeah.
I was laughing so hard, and also like
We busted our asses to make that one happen, and I was like, no one listened to it. People
Oh
love
no,
it.
no, it takes up traction. Also, like I feel like people look weirdly for like when Will Ferrell shows up, then people want to hear about his old stuff, and then like if they find our episode, they're like a bunch of girls talking about stepbrothers.
Oh my god.
They're like, gotta hear
Yep.
this.
Absolutely.
awesome.
And now they're gonna hear a bunch of girls talk about Tropic Thunder.
Let's go.
yeah.
Segway Queen.
Segway.
Segway.
queen.
The Segway Queen.
Thank you.
Amazing.
All right, Lindsay, can you give us a summary of this movie? Who directed it and who stars in it?
So this movie was made in 2008, directed by Ben Stiller, written by Ben Stiller, Justin Theroux, and Etan Cohen. This movie casts Ben Stiller as Tug Speedman, Robert Downey Jr. as Kirk Lazarus, Jack Black as Jeff Portnoy, Brandon T. Jackson as Al Pacino, Jay Baruchel as Kevin Sandusky, Tom Cruise as Les Grossman, Matthew McConaughey as Rick Peck, and Nick Nolte as Four-Leaf Tayback.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Listening, like actually reading and like listening to like their names, I'm like, it's even funnier. So like you hear it in the movie and I'm like, oh, that's funny. But like actually like Les Grossman. Can you be Les Grossman?
Al Pacino.
Exactly.
Al Pacino
Al
is
Pacino.
one of the funniest fucking things ever.
Literally.
That's fucking genius.
Spelled Alpa
Al
Chino.
Chino.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, Ben Stiller and Justin Theroux, they wrote their asses off because a lot of, like, yes, we'll get into it, like, a lot of this movie is improv, but not as much as you think. A lot of the funniest and most iconic lines and scenes and just standout dialogue was written. Like, they're just this funny on the page, which is so crazy to think about. But yeah, that's why we picked this movie. We always want to do something fun, like kind of funny for the finale of our show. I don't know, it just became like a habit, right, Lindsay? We get
so
like,
wrapped
towards
up
the-
in doing really heavier stuff, and it's always really nice to end the season on something where we get to laugh.
Yeah,
But
to
it's like
end on a
happy,
high note.
funny laughs.
Exactly. Yeah.
You couldn't have chose something more insane. Insanely.
Also, I think
Thank you.
for some reason Tropic Thunder just kept coming up a lot of times, and we were like, I think we both maybe hadn't seen it in a long time or something. And we're like, we should definitely cover this.
Yeah, I think we started bouncing around this probably like last summer, maybe even. We were like, what if we just keep doing like comedies and like recontextualize quote unquote male dominated comedies of that time, because we had so much fun with the
Yeah.
Step Brothers episode, and it was so, I don't know, it was so well received. We were like, what if we just do another one, run it back, let's do another one from like that same year.
Literally, I just looked up. Did it come out the same year? It
The
did.
same year.
What a good year.
2008.
I mean, not
Good year
really.
for comedy.
I mean, for comedy, not in life.
For
Like in
comedy.
life, it was a really bad year. 2008 was a bad year, but
bad
for
year.
comedy, great.
Yeah. This year
comedy?
is the
For
year
comedy.
that caused me to drop out of film school. Yeah, that was
That
Yeah.
sucks. I'm so sorry.
But think of your
the
redemption.
economy.
Your redemption arc now. You're like,
Exactly.
And
Literally, 18
we
years
are.
later, I'm like, I'm back. I'm reading scripts again. I'm shooting video. I'm going to film festivals. I'm doing
Fuck
what I
yeah, you are.
wanted to do when I was 20 years old. I'm
Oh!
almost 40.
Kicking ass.
It's never too late to chase your dreams.
Exactly.
Y'all,
You
that's
hear me?
right.
never.
Y'all gonna be running a studio soon enough, and we'll be pitching soap operas to you. And
That would be my fucking dream.
and be like, remember Tropic Thunder? How about we do that, but with girls? And you'll greenlight it in a second. It'll be like literally Seth
Here's
Rogen
your
in the
budget.
studio.
But also not like tacky, because I
No.
think because then they like
That's what's
always
so
like try
special
to
about
do
this
like
movie.
women run like comedies, and then they're like, and then just like, well, you're doing it, but it's like,
It's fucking
especially because
Amy
like this is like,
Schumer.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
know
my God.
exactly. I was
My
like, no, not like
period.
that.
So many.
I was like, or they're trying to do like the Lady Ghostbusters or like Ladies
yeah.
Ocean's 11, and
Yeah.
I'm like, come
Yes.
on, be better,
Yes. Yeah, no.
be better.
I like that.
Literally.
Tacky.
So much
That's
better.
a good way to put it.
Exactly. Yeah. This is like, this movie is real movie nerd shit, and I know that the five of us are all like huge movie nerds, so something I love about this movie is just how in depth it is as far as like the behind the scenes like machinations of the film industry, especially back in 2008 when we weren't all chronically online and we didn't have smartphones and people would just have to read paper magazines or like, you know, call each other on the phone to talk about things, you know, like it was much more analog, and it wasn't such we didn't have such easy access to a film culture online. You know, it was me in my bedroom with a TV guide like circling what days I wanted to watch which shows and then like tacking it to my wall.
Setting up your week.
No, literally.
I need to be home by 7 to watch this.
Oh,
Like,
No,
on Thursday.
that's exactly what I did.
but I love that you did that, because I would do that too. It'd be like, no, I really want to watch. Like
I need to be home at 7 to watch The Nanny.
No, for real.
I want to watch it. Like, and when they would switch up the schedule of stuff at Beggar, I was like, oh
Devastating.
my god. Like, I'd be
Well,
like,
did any of you guys have TiVo? Speaking of the movie.
My parents got TiVo like right after. Oh yeah, the TiVo joke. My parents got TiVo like I think my senior year of high school or something. Like right before I moved out, they had it, and I was like,
Fair.
"This is fucking sick. This rules." And
Yeah,
one of the reasons my mom
recording-
got it. Yes.
We still kind of fight over the recordings. We still have cable in Texas at our
Wow.
Texas home, and we still are like, you have to delete this. You got to delete. You know, taping
Holly,
Tropic
it's
Thunder
been 7
because,
years.
because
I haven't
you
watched
gotta.
it yet.
No, but it's exactly. Well, it's like we need space to tape Stargate SG-1. Amazing show. And
We used to
we've
watch-
talked about it. Yes.
When my parents got, they you know, Comcast, you could record. My mom still records things, and she's the best for
Yes.
it. She will
Yes.
still.
I think my mom does too. Or
she goes,
used
oh, I
to
record.
anyway,
Like, oh, if you
DirecTV.
didn't see like the you know, like the Macy's Day Parade, like I have it recorded. I'm like,
Yes.
you are so kind and nice. 'Cause
Same.
She knows that I love, like we love TV. She's like, I know you like movies, so I recorded like The Sound of Music, and I'm like, thank you. It's
That is
really
the
sweet.
cutest thing ever. My dad and my mom do the exact same thing. My mom will record all the TCM classics, and my dad will record Doctor Who.
Incredible. That's the
so
dream,
sweet.
really.
Or Battleship, his guilty pleasure movie. He loves Battleship.
Aw.
Wait, the
Starring
Rihanna movie?
Rihanna. Yes.
Oh, I was like,
No, 100%. That one. That is
I was
his.
like, does she mean Battlestar Galactica?
No.
that's what I was
Battleship.
thinking.
Wow.
My-
Rihanna's
I was like, Battlestar, okay.
Gary Platts will watch Battleship and record it anytime he can, and
so cute.
it should be
Oh,
illegal.
I love it.
But I love that y'all are on this wave, because I was going to bring up the fact that this movie feels so timeless, right? Like, I
Yes.
watched it with one of my friends today who had never seen it, and she was like, this could have come out last week.
Yeah.
And every joke, pretty much, except a few choice words, every joke would have been the same. And all of the parody movies would have been the same. Nothing's changed. Like, nothing's changed really in the last 20 years since they wrote this. It's fucking genius. When I was doing research, I think it was on the video I sent that had the DVD commentary. Someone in the comments of that video put that Tropic Thunder is basically Apocalypse Now meets Pootie Tang.
Dead.
And I was like, that's genius.
Yeah, what's amazing?
And that's why I love a comment section.
when you wrote that on there, I went and that is not the first time that because I like when people were like, oh, you got it's basically like those two movies. I'm like, what? Like just hearing the description of what this was for quite some time before watching
18
it.
years, yeah.
Yeah, that I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I could see how this works because each actor has gone on to still work, that I'm like, it obviously has to work because they're still working. But I love watching it.
This has to work because they're not canceled.
Like, all right,
RDJ is not canceled.
It's
In
like
fact,
watching-
this
Was nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah,
and
it's
made
like,
him who he is today.
It's like watching someone's high school play recording that you're like,
Yes.
what? That's crazy.
Look at them. Look at them. We always knew.
Yeah, let's watch. Oh, look,
man.
you're one of the orphan children in Annie. Like, look at you now. Look at you now. Look at you then.
Fresh off of getting sober, right? Wasn't he just
Yes, this
coming
year,
back?
like that year, I'm pretty sure it was like him coming back.
That was his
after being,
comeback.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
after
This
being
was
kicked
his
off of Ally
sober choice.
McBeal. Yeah,
And I just like how like it's just like the movie just keeps on going in circles, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's so good because I'm just like every like him as like the priest, and then like I was like, this is actually amazing acting, and I'm
Oh,
looking at
yeah.
it like this is. I was like, oh no, cringe, but I was like, but he's being cringe in such a great way. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it's like it's just. I'm like, how did you write this? I'm so fascinated.
it's intentional cringe. Yeah, and it's very well written cringe. Yeah.
Oh man.
Before we get too much further into it, Lindsay, can you tell us what is the plot of this movie for the two people who haven't seen it yet?
A group of actors get lost in the jungle and caught up in a taste of reality, forced to face a battle they've only ever read a script for. Did you like that?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Duh.
And I think I have these out of order, but I do want to jump to our history with it, since V was already bringing up the fact that So what's everybody's history with with this movie?
She was today years old watching the movie.
I love it.
That's fucking brilliant.
Hysterical.
The first time I watched this movie was May of 2026. I rewatched it today because I was so stunned the first time watching it that I just had no way to even put into words. Like, I loved reading your questions, and I'm like, I don't know how to answer this. But yeah,
Did you make your iconic face of?
Yeah, I definitely did. It was funny because like Francis definitely saw me watching it, and there were a few parts where I like screamed. I was like, oh my god.
That's
I
beautiful.
had never seen it. It had never been spoiled before. I had never seen clips really of it. I accidentally missed it. I don't know.
That's so
Oh my
exciting. So
gosh.
that was my follow-up question, was how much did you know about this movie going into it, culturally over the years, like besides, of course, I'm sure you knew about the RDJ blackface of it all, but did you know anything else leading into this movie?
I didn't really know because I had seen, like, Iron Man came out that same year. So I remember seeing him in an Iron Man, and I just remember being like, wow, he's fantastic. And, like, I was so invested in that I was just like, I don't know, Tropic Thunder, it seemed so, does it sound like maybe, I don't know, it sounds reductive for a second. I thought it was just like a boy comedy that I was like, I don't want to, it's not going to look very funny. And I actually didn't know about Robert Downey Jr.'s controversial take of the character. Or if I knew, I completely forgot about it. I just like blocked that out. Like, he is, think about that, like how I just said someone's high school play, like knowing him now as the Oscar winner. And then I was doing homework about it, and from your research, and I just was like, what? And I'm like, okay. And that's kind of what I meant by, like, it has to work because he's not canceled. Like, he's still, everyone's here. And it was
Everyone's
wild.
here.
I definitely really enjoyed watching it for the first time, and I had to rewatch it to answer your questions because I was laughing so hard, but also I think I was an amazing amount of just stunned. Like, I was, Halley, I definitely had made that face. 'Cause I think I was just stunned because, like,
As the cast alone.
Francis came in at one point and was like, what are you watching? Like, he thought I was watching something like like Scandal, like something like I was like really narrowed down.
You're like,
Like Ben Stiller. I was like, Ben Stiller just threw a child off a bridge. He's like,
he sure did.
and he's like looking at me like, that's how you're reacting. I'm like, it looked like he was doing a cartwheel midair. I'm like, what is happening? Right.
I love it.
Yeah.
So for you as a first-time viewer, it's still like held up. It's still like the humor and like the meta Hollywood of it all.
Yes. Seeing what they were making fun of and who they were
Yes.
making fun of and like the points, I'm like, I think it landed even more watching it now. And I'm like, wow, like they were really saying like, you know, there was
were
a lot
so ahead
more
of the game.
there was a lot more commentary in there. And I like especially like Ben Stiller knowing that he wrote, produced, and was in this, and Justin Theroux, which is hysterical.
Insane.
But like, you know, Ben Stiller went on to do something like a Severance, like there's and
Right.
Barbertine Jr. Like, you know, things like Oppenheimer that he's gone on to do. That I'm like, all right, like they were really. I think it was just such a funny way for them to get so serious about this. There were some jokes that I was like, this is so. I'm like, dude, you are funnier than this. Like, and I'm like, oh no, like I know it's a satire. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I didn't recognize Tom Cruise at first.
I was gonna ask.
Oh,
Rebecca
recognize
didn't either, Lindsay, until we were like an hour or maybe more into it. She like, I was like, "Do you know who that is?" And she's like, "No, I can't really I can't tell. His voice kind of sounds familiar. It's on the tip of my tongue." And I was like, "Okay, keep watching."
I actually thought it was Ben.
I wouldn't tell her.
I thought it was
Yes.
Ben Stiller playing another character.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Because I was like,
Some
it was
people.
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like he clearly was in, like had a, you know, added like prosthetic arms and like, you know, different things on that I was like, okay. And then we were watching that and I go like again like an hour in and like I think when Matthew McConaughey goes to like talk to him, and
Yes.
Bill Hader.
That's when
Unreal.
Rebecca realized as well.
I was like, yeah. I was like, is that Tom Cruise?
She's like, girl,
Thomas?
Thomas, is that you?
Is that Thomas Cruise?
Oh my
Good
god.
actor.
Man, this might
Yeah.
be Tom Cruise's ultimate service to society is to
I think so.
play. I mean, we're going to talk about it, right? He's
Yeah.
playing Harvey Weinstein. Before
I totally believe that.
I think that was okay. So I have a theory that we can dive into more together as we go through. I think this was, yes, it's a satire, but I think what makes it age well is I think it was more them putting every inside joke they possibly could about like Hollywood that they all knew or they had seen happen, kind of
Yes.
like the studio is doing right now.
Ex-
And
I was
like,
gonna bring up the studio. Yes.
and they're just
Yes.
putting it in a show or a movie, but they
Yes.
packaged it as a dude comedy, like The Hangover, or like I guess Dodgeball, and like Old School, and all those things.
Right. It's
But it's
packaged
re-
as one of those movies.
But it's really like more of a sophisticated set of jokes that are honestly they probably couldn't have got away with unless they did it this insanely. And like
Oh,
I
totally.
still don't really
Oh,
know
they
how
had to go for it.
I
Oh,
still
yeah.
don't know how they got it done because like
Oh, I'm sure people behind the scenes were really fucking pissed. Like
they had to
I-
deal with some
I
lawsuits
know.
from Mr. Harvey.
Well, like, and
I
it was way
know.
before so many things. Like, okay, that's another thing. Like the Me Too movement and
like,
everything of Harvey.
10
like,
years before.
10 years before that.
I felt like saying.
And no women in the movie. Like, I mean,
no
I
women.
kind of
Yeah.
love it. No, but I kind of love it because it's
I
like
love that there's no women in that movie. Yeah. That's one of my favorite parts about this movie is that there's no women in it because I love, like you said, guy comedies, but I like male-led comedies when they're making fun of other men. Mm-hmm. They're not making fun of us. It's not like
Right,
that Judd
yes.
Apatow, you know, how he takes kind of cheap shots and it's always like a nagging wife, an annoying girlfriend, or like a dumb coworker. You know, like there's certain types of comedies from that time period where it's just like the joke is that she's a woman.
Yep, yeah.
right, exactly.
Adam Sandler is very guilty of this as
She's
well. You know,
acting
with-
like a woman.
Yeah,
Right.
she's a woman.
Stereotypical thing.
Indeed.
She worked
Yeah.
at Hooters. Isn't that gross?
Yeah,
Like,
isn't that funny? Like she's oh
what's
god,
funny?
a woman, and she must not know anything.
She's a
that's going
doctor.
Right. Exactly.
Or like she's super successful and like
Right.
had a
Oh,
one-night
isn't that
stand, is
annoying?
killing the baby.
I mean,
and
even,
like, like she's so annoying. She's ruining his life because she
No.
decided she wanted to
Yeah.
have a baby.
Exactly. This
Even-
movie is like,
Yeah.
aren't these guys fucking annoying? Like, aren't we as men fucking insufferable? And I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
I like
You
You
are.
all are exactly this.
That's so funny that you say that, because I think the only women, do any of the women come into maybe Tom Cruise's office? They're like the other office workers.
Assistants.
There's like
Yeah.
background assistants for
Yeah.
like McConaughey and Cruz. and
Yeah, which makes
other than that, there's no women in this movie.
there's
It's
Ben
fucking
Stiller's
incredible.
wife.
I love it.
Who plays the farm girl in
Yes.
Simple
yes.
Jack.
Simple
yes.
Jack.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was his wife. It is his
And,
wife.
and then there's
Well, and all the booty dancers
booty
because
dancers.
Oh,
Al
course.
Pacino was like
course.
trying to
First shot of the
pass
movie, we get just asses. Yeah.
asses.
so on my second watch of this, because now I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
Even though it's May 6th, I've seen it twice. But
2 whole times.
the first line of the movie is literally like I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this in the recording.
You can
'cause
say
I-
it.
Say whatever you want.
like, well, it's like literally it's him with Al Pacino, like the drink, and it being like, I love pussy. It's like- they're like, if we're gonna talk, they're like, let's just get this out of the way. Let's just put this in the. That's
It's
the
his
first
hit
line.
song.
I love pussy, and you're
I
like,
love the
okay.
pussy.
They're like,
And
Oh
how
my god.
how well crafted was that little character beat of like Al turning out to be gay? It's just, God, it's so
With
genius.
Lance
Lance Bass.
Bass. Yeah.
Lance.
It's so genius to start
Oh.
the
But
movie
also,
with
like,
this like
the-
gross masculinity, and then
Yeah.
breaking that down throughout this like 2-hour
Yes.
ordeal.
And then
where you're
also like even making fun of him like coming out as gay because then he had like these big like rock earrings as well. It was
Yes.
like Lance, and I was like, oh my god, that's so stereotyping.
even-
Like all gay guys
Lance.
have these big like earrings.
Yes, and even RDJ saying it's Hollywood. Everyone's gay at some point.
yeah,
Everyone's
word
gay.
for
It's
word,
Hollywood.
word for word, what Tom Hardy has said about himself. Do you remember this?
no.
What?
Tom Hardy. God,
Oh no.
I'm so mad at him because he like kind of had it like scrubbed and pretended like he didn't mean what he said. He basically accidentally outed himself as bisexual like a long time ago. This is before he started his like super masculine Mad Max Fury
Sure.
Road, like around that time. He did some interview where he said like, "Oh, I've definitely fucked dudes. I went to theater school."
Incredible.
And everybody was like, "So are you bisexual? Like, are you queer?" And he's like, "I don't know. I'm an actor." Like, and he basically says like, "Yeah, I mean, we're all gay."
Go off, Queen.
Much, yeah.
And
I
again, this
love
is
him.
before. I think this is written before that Tom Hardy interview. Like the layers and layers of fucking jokes in this movie that were like
Yo.
Still
premonitions.
relevant for today. Yeah.
Yeah.
20 years ago, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
think that's it was so
Yeah.
impressive and seen as like I think I enjoyed it even more because I understood
with
all
like
the
the hindsight.
all the layers. That
But also like, because I was trying to remember before rewatching it, I was like, okay, let me just like write down what I remember about this movie and the
Yeah.
things that like popped out for me.
What did you remember,
And
Mel?
then, so I was like, definitely like blackface. I was like, oh, hell no. Hell no. I was like, oh my God. So like that one definitely stuck out for me. And then just like Ben Stiller killing the panda and things like that.
One of my favorite parts of the movie.
Hallie or Mel, when was your whoever wants to go first? Your first time seeing this movie? What's your history with it?
Honestly, like because I was like, oh, what? I was like, where was I? And this was even before I decided to like shift into like going back to like theater and like studying acting.
Mhm.
So I remember I had just moved on my own for the very first time to Austin, and like I didn't really have a job, so I was like always at home, like, and I was like watching like these kinds of movies and just like laughing to myself. So like it like brings joy to me because I was just like by myself. I didn't have friends or anything yet, and like just knowing that this was like one of the things that kind of like made me, I'm like, I'm going to go take some improv classes. I'm going to go back to acting. So like
wow.
it's like all
Oh.
these like male comedies. I'm like, I was like, women can be this funny, and like kind of making me
Yeah.
decide. I'm like, I want to go back to like acting and improv and like bring myself back to theater because I was like, this is amazing. Like they really had to go really hard to make this movie passable and funny, and like they're like, it really had to poke hard to make it work.
Yeah.
They went the distance, and they're like, you got to really go for it. They really, really went for it.
They really, really went for it. What year was that? So you watched it on DVD at home?
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like into like basically like it came out in the theaters, and then when it, like you know, the illegal downloads. Shh.
You wouldn't
Burning
download
the
a car.
DVDs.
Like the big poster for it at AMC theaters when it came out. And I just remember looking at it and being like, God, I wish I could see that. But like, I think I was too young or whatever. And my parents were like, fuck no. But then it would come on TNT. And my dad was like, this movie, I guess we'll turn it on. And we would just end up crying, laughing. Like, I just remember, like, especially the scene where the director steps on the landmine and he's like, oh, it's corn syrup.
The head.
Blood-flavored corn syrup. And he's like, and my dad's just crying, laughing. But then also RDJ is like making my mom laugh, even though she's trying to be a classy lady who's not laughing at something so fucked up. And she's like, but he's so insane. And then of course, I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude was classic. And I think I watched. So I think we just. But it's so funny because remember how like these movies used to be on TNT, so I'm sure I saw like a bit of it one night and then another bit another night, depending on what night it was.
On a loop.
Mm-hmm. And I'm very lucky. My family has a timeshare in Hawaii, on Kauai. So we've gone a lot. And we've started like, we're always real big about taking like tours and like investing in like local tour guides and stuff like that. And they have plenty of tours. Well, they were tours where they will take you to places where movies have been made because huge movies have been made. But the most recent one for a while was Tropic Thunder, and so we were like, "Can we go look at like? Can we go?"
So you went on a Tropic Thunder tour?
Kind of. Basically, they couldn't.
Oh my God!
Because it's like very family oriented. They couldn't like advertise it. But then what was so funny is they'd be like, "So what movies do you know that were filmed here?" And of course everybody was saying Jurassic Park and you know whatever, and I was like Tropic Thunder and they were like, that's true, but then they'd be like, moving on because we can't talk about Tropic Thunder. But I'm like looking around and I'm like, this is where the landmine explosion happened, and this is 100%. So and then I realized watching the movie again, I keep forgetting they're technically in Asia, they're not in Hawaii. But in my brain, I'm like, they're in Hawaii pretending it's Asia. No, they're in Vietnam or whatever, like, or Laos or wherever they figure out.
Well, they're in Vietnam. They go to Laos.
They go to Laos, right?
Into the, as someone who's watched
the Golden Triangle.
The Golden Triangle.
The Golden Triangle.
I read it on the Flight magazine. Wait,
so why are they not allowed to say that was it just not well received, or is this
no,
secret?
it's like just they just want to keep it for families, so they don't want to talk about like an inappropriate movie, because everything else that they've done is like Jurassic Park or like Pirates of the Caribbean or like family stuff,
like kids stuff.
Like there are children on these tours, and meanwhile I'm like, Tropic Thunder. I fucking love Tropic Thunder, and he's like,
that's so cool.
Tour guides have to be like, yeah, that's true. Moving on.
I see. How many times have you been to the shooting location? Just once, or have you have you been multiple times?
Well, the island is pretty small, so I think it's been like 3 or 4, but in different tours. Wow. Because there's a ranch, so I took an ATV tour, which was awesome. And we literally drove through the track on like where the dinosaurs run and basically where the landmine scene happens, and you're just like, holy shit, man, this is crazy. Cool. And then but then there's a garden area, there's a garden tour, and then there's like a couple other like zip lining tours or something. So it's been a few times, but it's like there's one specific canyon. God, I remember magazines, y'all. Oscar magazines. I remember those.
Oh, no.
I do, and also I remember the fact that this threw back to the in E-News or Access Hollywood beginning.
Yeah, Access Hollywood.
Yes,
and, like,
Maria Menounos.
Yes, and
she's still doing it.
She is, and like all
Maria
the breakdowns.
Menounos is still a correspondent. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and her breaking everything down, and I just love. What's great is that like every single description of it, like the fact that we were talking about this, that it was like him RDJ coming out of like his controversy and things like, or like coming this is his comeback. The fact that his character is so deep, it's so well written, so deep in the weeds of another controversy, and this is like him coming out of it. I'm like, that's so smart, because instead of just being like,
it's
oh,
genius.
let's skirt around it, it's like,
no.
I was like,
I
was like, I can't believe, like, the fact that I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I cannot believe that this worked. I can't believe it worked.
Yeah, it's a fucking miracle.
It's a miracle.
Well, that's why I asked.
And
like,
you know what?
like,
to be honest, like it was shocking. I think also because I remember how they promoted it, and they actually promoted it as like an action film, not as like a comedy.
Oh,
Right.
people were so fucking pissed.
Right.
I'll get into
Yeah,
that.
they're
But
like-
people kept
'cause it was,
walking
like, all
out
the
of my
explosions.
screen.
People were mad.
yeah,
Oh, people were
Yeah.
furious.
Wait,
so
no,
crazy.
it's supposed to be like an action film.
That
They
people
thought
are
it was a
walking
real
out.
action film with Jack Black.
Yeah. Yeah, people
That's
thought this was
so
a real
funny.
action movie. I'll get into that in a second. But Lindsay, what's your experience? What's your past with this movie? How many times have you seen it, or when did you see it for the first time? And what did you think
I
of
don't
it?
remember when I saw it for the first time, but I would remember. I definitely watched it through when I was younger, but I just would remember like seeing clippets of it, like probably just when it would run on TV.
Okay.
So
when did you see it for the first time, like in full R-rated, like, you know, the actual movie? Do you remember?
like last week. But the thing is, like,
my girl.
Lindsay's with me.
I remember like all of the controversies, but I hadn't seen the movie in a really long time, like as an adult.
Yeah. So this was your first time watching it as an adult.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's a riot.
What did you think?
Hilarious.
amazing, timeless, like you said. Like that's the best way to put it.
Right? Like, it doesn't feel like this was almost 20 years
Yeah.
ago.
Wow.
But it was.
And just so
Feels so relevant.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very relevant.
I love
Yes.
our stepbrothers. What's the word?
Like the
just the
I wanna say
connection.
crossover, but that's not it. Yes.
Yeah.
The Step Brothers connection. Yeah.
Should we just
We'll
say
get
it
into that
now, or
later,
should
but yeah,
we-
this was Oh yeah, we could say it now actually. This was this movie was also shot on film, which is why it looks so fucking beautiful.
Wow.
It was shot on film, and it was shot practical. You know, there's, you know, explosions and some special effects. There's some light CGI here and there, but what you're seeing is real explosions, real wire work. They're really in the jungle, and they really shot this on film.
Yeah.
That would never fucking
It's
happen
just
nowadays.
so beautiful.
No.
No, never.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like unless you're Christopher Nolan and you're doing it on like
Yeah,
the IMAX film.
Exactly.
Actually, that is
Yeah.
the only way
big
this would
first-
happen.
I saw this movie. I think I'm not even bragging, but I really want to say I was at the ground fucking level day one of this movie, and none of
Right.
y'all were there with me.
It's true. That's very true. I wanted to be.
I was in the fucking trenches. I was in the jungle with them. I saw
Yes,
this
you were.
movie opening day.
Oh my god.
So August 2008, I was 20 years old, and it was me and like 6 of my guy friends, and I had the fucking time of my life. We were scream laughing throughout this movie, and because it was opening day and because it was 2008, I had maybe seen a trailer for this, maybe. I didn't know who was in it. I didn't know it was a meta film about a film. I didn't know it was. I don't even know if it was being advertised as a comedy, like you said, Halley.
I
I
don't
think it was
remember
being marketed as
anything.
an actual war movie. So we got
Yeah.
there opening day, and also I think because like Jack Black was in it and Ben Stiller, and this is around the Kung Fu Panda Night at the Museum era of their careers. People kept bringing their fucking kids.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was working in the movie theater when this came out. I was a eyewitness. I saw this movie opening day and then worked the opening weekend at the theater. And people kept walking out with their kids and complaining and being like, oh my God, this is too graphic. This is too violent. I want my money back. And I'm like, no. No.
Did
Once
they-
you see the movie, you can't get your money back. Like, I don't know if it still works like that. I'm pretty sure it does, though.
They
but, like,
waited past I Love the Pussy?
some people walked out right then.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great question. All right, so
Satan's
let's
Alley
just-
didn't give a hint.
Satan's Alley.
This is a comedy.
I would go and
Well,
see that movie. Sorry.
Oh, 100%. Satan's Alley is basically
Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback Mountain. Yeah. That was the joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
But also the
people-
offense of them being like priests too. I was like, come on, it's gonna be real dark.
So funny.
Oh my
He's
god.
getting
No,
that
I don't think
seventh
people realized
Oscar.
it was satire. No one knew. So we're in the theater like, oh, this is a fucking joke. This is so unserious. This is genius. Like, they're making fun of Hollywood. But then everyone around us was like, what is this? Like, my kids can't watch this. Like, oh my God, he's in blackface. Like, everyone was fucking pissed off. I'll tell you where, like, so, like, there was probably about 50 of us in that theater, right? At least 3 or 4 people walked out right during the booty sweat ad. I'm fucking dying.
Booty
like,
sweat and bust a nut.
10 more people walked out
Oh my god.
during the scene where where Tug gets his hands exploded. Because it's so graphic and like people weren't like
Oh my
his hands
God.
are like fucking shredded, pieces of beef.
I'm crying.
So a bunch more people walked out then. Then, it
God.
calms down a little bit. People are like, who's in or kind of in. I was like, okay, I think we're good. And then what happened? Oh, when the director exploded.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
2-3
Still
more
shows
people
up.
walked
Walked
out.
out at that part.
Walked out. And then I think the final, like, all right, if you're out, leave now. What was it?
Was it
Something else where people were like, oh, I can't watch this movie. This is ridiculous. I think it was full R word.
full
I
R
think-
word is
I think that's what really
legendary
was the nail
shit.
in the
I'm
coffin.
sorry.
It's so funny, honestly. It's still fucking
It's
relevant.
just it's the reason it's funny is because that's how actors like
No.
dumbass male actors fully think that way. They just don't say it. It's
Exactly. Which leads me into like my
Ugh.
next point perfectly. But yeah, I
the
think
segue
like,
queen. Sorry.
I think like a big theme of this movie is like a lot of the comedy comes from the fact that it's such an indictment of method acting.
Yes.
Like this
Yes.
whole movie is just making fun
Oh,
of
God,
guys who can't just do their jobs and leave it at work, and how over the top like method acting is, and how I love all the digs to like Daniel Day-Lewis. When he's like, when I was preparing for that other role, what did he say? Like, I lived in China and worked at a textile factory for 8 months, which is, of course, a DDL joke because when he was preparing for one of his roles, he lived in, like, the English countryside and made cobbled shoes for, like, a year and got rid of his phone and wouldn't talk to anybody. And it's like,
Oh my God.
dude, can you just fucking act?
I was trying to think who each
Like, Daniel
person
Day-Lewis
was.
is always on some fuck shit. Yeah.
No, I was trying to figure out because to V's earlier point, like with
Mm-hmm.
the time that's passed, I was kind of trying to parse through like who they were exactly talking about. But
Mm, Yeah.
what's crazy is now there's even more people to talk about.
There's
that
so
way.
many more. Exactly.
But like, I was
Elvis.
thinking Sean Penn. Oh yeah,
Austin
exactly.
Butler.
Austin fucking Butler.
They mentioned Sean Penn by name,
But they
in this
mentioned
movie, which
Sean
is
Penn.
so funny.
But
They're
then
like
it's
Sean
like,
Penn and I Am Sam. I was like,
yes, and
Oh my God, yes.
But Sean
I'm
Penn,
sure he was pissed.
That's where you got Ben Stiller's please
Yes,
don't
yes.
hurt me.
No, literally.
Oh, that's from I Am
No,
Sam.
literally.
I was like, oh,
It was
my God,
I Am
yes.
Sam exactly, but then it was also, and they mention him, which is insane, but then Tom Cruise is in the movie, and Ben Stiller's basically playing Tom Cruise. Like now, especially. And then Jack Black is kind of playing like Eddie Murphy, Jim Carrey.
yes, yes.
But coked out, so he's like,
Kind of.
I don't know who he is exactly. He's a lot of guys.
no,
but-
he's no. I actually truly think that Ben Stiller's character is playing Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
Is Charlie Sheen.
oh,
100%.
you're right.
Platoon.
Oh, you're
Because
right.
they do mention that
Platoon
in
and like all
Yes.
the like parody.
Reign of Madness.
Platoon, and then
Full Metal Jacket.
Post platoon stress disorder that they mention in Reign of Madness.
and like anyway, so those were kind of I was parsing those guys the most, but then of course like I don't know, Al Pacino is like so many
Kind of like
but like
a mix of like Nelly, Ludacris,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people
Luda.
who were making movies at that time.
Luda.
Which is funny because
Luda.
then they use Luda's song at the end of this movie.
well, and if you think about it now, he's kind of like Tyler the Creator just did Marty Supreme, so it's like we're still doing it. Like
We're still doing
we're
this.
still doing it, and Kid Cudi is in a bunch of movies, and like
Uh-huh.
Also, like it was
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
literally,
He was just
literally.
in 2 back-to-back. He was in Highest to Lowest and If I Had Legs I'd Kick
If I
You.
had
He's
legs,
so
I'd kick
good.
you, yeah.
He was
And
fucking
he's so
great in
good
that.
in all of
God,
them.
he was so good in that movie.
He's a star.
I was
And
like,
Yep.
Riri, I see it. I see it.
Riri.
Oh, I get it.
I totally get it.
couldn't be happier for that woman
His voice.
and that man.
Ooh.
and then Jay Baruchel's just like any guy. He's just any actor.
Jay Baruchel is the interesting one there. I think he's kind of giving, because I don't know if you watched the Reign of Madness, like that fake behind the scenes
I watched
documentary.
as much as I could.
Yeah, they mention in there that his character Kevin Sandusky's only big acting credit before he got cast in Tropic Thunder was as a he was in a teen erectile dysfunction ad.
Wait, so he's
No.
So he was
I'm dead.
yeah.
so he's
his
like the
backstory
fucking
is
kid
like
from the Holdovers, where it's like
yes,
or-
he's the Dominic Sessa.
Yes.
No, literally yes. He was like, I've done this one thing, like a commercial. And
He's
he's like
Chase
supposed to be
Infinity.
kind of a teenager. Yeah, he's supposed to be like late teens, early 20s, and he's like this young kid who's like in his first big movie, which is so fucking genius. Yeah, so he's like the Chase Infinity,
Oh, no,
Dominic
he was in
Sessa.
Knocked Up. Like he was. In
no,
Judd
the
Apatow
character,
movie.
the character.
Oh, the
the
character.
character,
I was
Kevin,
like,
yeah.
no, I've seen him.
No, Kevin Sandusky's character.
Kevin Sandusky.
Mel, we're on the meta level right now. We're talking about Kevin, not Jay.
I would actually,
That sounds like wait.
since while we're on this subject, I would love for like a true definition of what everyone thinks meta actually means.
Well, like the movie within a movie is very meta, and then if movies mention other movies, that's meta. And if characters in movies are referencing like other actors, I always think of like that as being super meta too.
In this case, it's kind of a Schrodinger's cat thing because you're like, okay, so there is Tropic Thunder, the movie we are watching, but then there's the movie they are making, but then there's the movie that they think they're making, and then there's all of it together.
The movie we're actually watching.
And then there's and then there's all the meta other movies that they fake made. But then it's also that they're based on real movies that we already know
Yes.
about
And real people.
and real people. So it's like this is like a really people like to throw around meta like and they really just mean reference, like they mean like referential. This is 100% the correct way of the correct term of meta.
Yeah, for me, like meta is like it's kind of like diving
The layers.
deeper into it's like layers. So you're like oh, this is surface, and then you go under, and then you go and it is like it's kind of like Inception.
It is kind of like
You're
Inception.
being incepted.
Well, and the funniest thing about RDJ's thing and why it's such good writing, and I think it's why it works. Like
Perfect casting.
And it's-
yeah,
well,
it's genius
it's
casting if
insane.
you know the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah,
100%. But it's that he's a so then there's the idea of method acting, which is even more, which is in and of itself going meta to act, which mostly men do. And I don't want to step on your Kristen Stewart quote here. Talk about the Kristen Stewart quote because it's exactly correct.
Yeah. While we're this is you led me right to this quote I looked up from Kristen Stewart. I forget what the question was or what this was in reference to, but it's very recent. Kristen Stewart was being interviewed, and I guess someone had asked her about method acting and like masculinity and whatnot, and she said that so her quote is that performance is inherently vulnerable and therefore quite embarrassing and unmasculine. She says there's no bravado in suggesting that you're a mouthpiece for someone else's ideas, and it's inherently submissive to be an actor. And then she said, have you ever heard of a female actor that was method?
Such a fucking brilliant quote.
She ate them up.
She ate and left.
She ate. But that's what this movie is about. Like, it's like on one level, you know, it's about just how ridiculous the performance of masculinity is, and their performance as actors trying to play pretend masculine, you know, war veterans. It's just so fucking
and also
Yeah.
just them having feelings in general of like shame and sadness and like resentment and everything that's what they're actually wrestling with, is just their own feelings of vulnerability.
Yeah,
And
like,
yeah.
sorry, no, go ahead.
No, it just makes them go
ahead,
nuts.
B.
It makes them crazy. And
Well,
Like every single one of them. Yeah.
every
like-
single one of them.
And it was cool seeing it like such a like the opening scene, like Ben Stiller being like inherently it's so outlandishly. Okay, so like I can watch horror or some other movies sometimes where it's like, okay, like the horror or the gore or like crime like makes sense to the plot. This was so outlandishly like it is the tone was there's going to be a lot of violence, but no one's really gonna die on screen except for our director. Like there's no way he could come back from that. But like the fact that Ben Stiller's getting shot and he's running, like it's that hero run that you would see in a war movie,
That
like
slow-mo.
Full Metal Jacket, like you see them running and it's like they're going, but they get like maybe they get like a graze here. And of course, it makes them look even stronger because they have like against their like very
bloody
sculpted
bicep.
arm, and it's like, ooh, that's so masculine. He is about 1,000 bullets in his back, and it's like, there's no fucking way. But then like they're doing the scene, he's dying, which would be the most vulnerable and human you would probably ever be, dying in your friend's arms.
Right.
Again, cannot relate. Hasn't happened to me yet, but like I can only imagine.
I'm really glad
But-
it hasn't.
I'm glad it hasn't as
Yet.
well yet. But it's just like, and it's him. I love that he turns, and it's a joke that he's so meta that he wants to control so much of the performance that he turns to the director and says, "Cut." Like I need to. I don't like the way I said that. I don't like the way I said it. I want to redo it. Like this. He goes, no, do not. You cannot call cut. Continue.
And the director's
on."
like,
We're not cutting.
no, we're like, don't cut, keep rolling. He's like, no, that's a cut.
And then hair and makeup comes in, and they're like, oh, they want to make
Like,
it look
no,
very.
we're still rolling.
They're like, oh, like to make it look very. I thought it was really cool because it's like to make it look very masculine or very this. It's like it has to be very like, oh, everything looks perfect. But like then it gets
But
to
they're such prima donnas.
Yeah.
It's like,
that too. And then spoilers when
And then
Fake
he's like
masculinity,
grossed out by like, and it's like each take, or like it was still rolling, but like every time, like, you're my brother. Like right
he
time,
can't
was just,
cry.
like, and
Yeah.
he's like, it's like he's drooling. It's gross.
yeah,
Spitting on me.
Then he
He's
finally
mad.
cries.
Well, and they're
He's, like,
doing
dry
like a dick
crying.
measure.
But it was one
Yeah.
tear.
They're dick measuring each other's crying. Well, or at least Ben Stiller is, and it's it's a really
Which is
good
so
performance by
fucking
Ben Stiller.
funny.
Yeah.
Because that's what actors do. Like, he's like, oh, well, if he's crying, why would I be crying? And his crying is different than how my crying would be. But yeah, that's like Kristen Stewart's whole point. It's just like, this is fucking dumb. Like, why are you?
But also, like, if we
Why are
just
you
like
like
see
this?
the evolution of crying, like the girls were like, and then it's like the beautiful like crying, they're like, oh,
A single
and now
tear.
it's like snot, like
Snot spitting.
ridden, like ugly crying is in right now.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like the uglier you cry, the more you're gonna win. Like, was it,
I love her, but it's
I think it was
the
like
Viola
was it
Davis.
Viola
Yes.
Davis?
Viola Davis.
I love her so much, and she's amazing. But
yeah, fences, yeah.
it's
Yo.
Like, dang girl, get her a tissue.
yeah, and
So what did you have for themes, Lindsay? I need you to talk more. You're getting buried.
So my themes, I said dedication to the craft and comedic self-awareness.
And what do you mean by that?
I think the movie is funny because it's just so, I mean, it's so self-aware. I think, to me, it has a lot to do with Ben Stiller being a Nepo baby, because I always forget that, like how long he's been in the industry for, especially with his dad, and like his dad is always in his movies too, or he was in his movies too. To me, there's something really connected there. Like he was able to watch that his entire life, so he not only knows all the secrets, but he knows how to play into it.
Exactly. Yeah, Ben Stiller started developing the premise of Tropic Thunder when he was shooting Empire of the Sun for Steven Spielberg when he was like 22, 23.
Oh my God.
Oh, he had this movie in his head for like 20 years before he made it.
With Christian Bale, another method actor.
And John Malkovich.
Oh.
I believe that Ben Stiller's experience shooting with John Malkovich and baby Christian Bale is what led him to make this movie.
He's like, listen, I've really got to like imagine.
Like he never mentions them by name, but you know it's like implied.
Oh yeah,
he knows.
Oh, Kurt Lazarus
100%.
is extremely DDL, but I was thinking of Christian Bale too, and Sean Penn a little. Well, Sean Penn in like one Tropic After a Thunder, one battle
One Tropic After a Thunder.
One Tropic After a Thunder.
I think it was wild that Tom Cruise was in this because he also is guilty of being like, I'm going to do my own stunt. I'm going to fly out of a plane. I'm going to do all this different stuff. And then there's like articles that had come out that I remember like seeing. They're like, should actors do all their own stunts? Does it make you seem more like impressive and all this different stuff? It's like, yes, you could. They're like, yeah, but there are whole industries around it. They're like, you're taking jobs from other stunt actors. And it's like, that's also, yes. I'm like, yeah, that is true. Plus also like, I'm like,
it's dangerous as fuck.
Yeah, like the insurance on it that you'd be like it sounds so stupid. Another show that's so like offbeat from this, but like I had watched Entourage for the first time. You want
to talk meta?
You talk about meta, and then God, I really haven't seen as much of it. I can't even remember the main guy's name. The guy who's the boyfriend in Devil Wears Prada 1. Who is this?
Vinny Chase.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Vinny is
Adrian
they give him like shit for it. He's like, dude, I don't know if I can do this. Like, nail this car jump like through fire. Like, I
when
don't.
He's shooting like Matterhorn or whatever, like some action movie.
And he's like, I don't think I can do it. Like you're telling me I can only do this in one take. And I can't practice. He's like, there's hundreds of people waiting for me to get this correct, and
I'm not a stunt man.
And there's nothing like wrong with that. And the producer's just like, are you a real actor or not? And he's like, okay, I guess I am. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. But like, there's no need for that. There's a reason for it. Safety on set to get a better shot. And I just love that it's just like they're aware.
Tom Cruise is so in on the joke as well, and I love that. I think to Lindsay's point, this is one of the most like, this might be the most like self-aware Tom Cruise performance as well. Like he's just
without a question, this
like,
or Jerry Maguire. Like
I
love Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, he's
Classic.
great in that. Another theme that I had was hubris, of course, like classic. Just like every man. Again, I love movies made by men making fun of other men, but just how every man, the average everyday man in your life thinks that he is like a survivalist or a war general or an Olympic athlete. Like every man thinks that they can like return a serve off of Serena Williams, and I'm like, you can't. You can't now, and she's 45 and retired, and you still couldn't. Like, why does every man think that they're just like automatically like, yeah, I'm in the woods, I can survive.
I can land a plane.
You don't know what you're doing. I can land a plane. Based off what?
Based off what? Well, it's like when
Because why?
when they say
Why do you think that?
they're real soldiers. Yeah, but we're real actors. It's like, wait, no.
That is iconic.
That line perfectly proves my point. Yes. We're trained actors.
We're trained fucking actors, and it's like that's not gonna do anything. That doesn't do anything.
Meanwhile,
nothing. What does
earlier
that mean?
in that scene, they admit that like to Kevin was like, I read the play or read the script,
The
and he goes,
book, right?
you read the book. They go, you did? He goes, yeah, it's based on a book. Did you? And then he starts quoting the thing. He goes, does anyone read the script? They go, we're so in it that we know the script. That we know the story. It's like,
but no one.
What does that
No
mean?
one's read
what does
it.
that mean?
I don't read the script. The script reads me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which
Sandusky
actually
is the perfect character to drive my point home, because he's the only one who did any research, who read anything, who
Did
took
his job.
He's the only man in the movie who did his job.
And they don't take it. They don't remember his name.
And
It's so
no
amazing.
one respects him.
No, they don't remember his name. And then
But also, it's
Go ahead.
it's so funny because literally Ben Stiller definitely wrote for these people,
Yeah.
to do these characters specifically, which is the script reads me. I was like, that's exactly what they're talking about. But Ben Stiller, that's why it gets even more meta. It's but that's exactly what Ben Stiller just did. And then you're playing these characters that were definitely written for you in the movie, and then it's just it's a whole wormhole. I'm like, oh my god, I love
Well, I
it.
think
Incredible.
RDJ even said on Rogan, because Rogan tried to do that bullshit thing of could you make Tropic Thunder today? And RDJ's like, I don't fucking know. And then and RDJ I think said he was like,
Joe
who are
Rogan?
you? Yeah, what did I say? My bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I just.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
Seth Rogen.
No,
or Joe
no,
Rogan?
Joe.
Oh, okay.
No, but he was on the pod and
okay.
and I think he said something like, "Who were you actually basically give us spill who you were actually making fun of?" And RDJ just goes, "My own fucking self." Like, what do you mean? I'm this guy. So Ben Stiller was 100% just being like, all right, you just got off drugs and you're doing Iron Man. I'm going to give you the shit that you say. This is you, fucker.
Yeah. And the fact that all of these actors signed up for this, just, like you said, Lindsay, self-aware and just so game to poke fun at their own images.
They were just really committed to wanting to do it the best as they could, and they did.
Exactly. Yeah. And what about you, V? What's your theme you had here?
So I just liked being able. I had difficulty putting a lot of this into words.
It's okay. We'll talk through it. I just want to get us out of here on time.
Heard. I really liked this. This is from part of our homework, where it is when you meet a person on the battlefield that you truly know who they are. And I think that there was just such a beautiful thing of saying there's the overall, there's the ego of who everyone wants to be, the superstar, amazing actor. Then there was the layers of different person. It gets down to it where it's okay, they accidentally live out the exact scene that they're trying to film, which is amazing.
Yes.
But they are
With no cameras.
No cameras. They living it out, and they truly are that's my friend. I have to go back for him, and they truly are just saying what they want. And it was I really it felt like this okay, if you really can let people in, once you actually let go of all of that who you're trying to be. There was the presentational self, and then there was the real
vulnerability.
Vulnerability and being authentic to actually get what you want. You can't just after a while that facade, people can see that it feels very artificial and fake. And
exactly,
I was
especially when you're trapped in a jungle. That's
in-
such a great point, B. Yeah,
when you're trapped in a
that's
jungle.
brilliant.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is such. The circumstances were just so funny that I just kept giggling when the director exploded. I thought and then they're going off. And by themselves, after I screamed when he picked up the head and and he started licking the. Oh my god! But
I don't understand how, they thought that was made up, or how they thought it was fake.
They're
it's
so
really good hair and
self-involved.
makeup. Yeah.
They're
That's
so
what's so
self-involved and out of
brilliant.
touch with reality that they're like, this has to be a set piece. Like
Because what else would it be?
what else would it be? Like the director, they also take what the director says as like as like Bible. Like he's like, that is what they said. We have the cameras here. Everything is going to be a joke, or everything is going to be like a method. I'm in this. Like they're trying to test me for this. They are not equipped for this whatsoever. But they're just like when they go off into the circuit. Like I'm like I like that. I was like, no, I can see where this movie's totally gonna go. Did not expect half of it.
But
I
it's
love
brilliant
that.
because, of course, the director's British, and Steve Coogan does a great job. But it's like, of course, he's British, and he's like a theater actor or a theater director, and
Yes.
so they take
Yeah.
him more seriously, which is
Right.
such an American
no
male thing to
film
do.
experience.
Right,
Yup.
right, but they think he's like the shit, and like so they're like, oh,
actor.
now we're real actors, and then on top of it, just the fact that what's such a funny but kind of a plot twist is that RDJ's or Kirk Lazarus, who's gonna fucking method the shit out of it no matter what, is the only one who thinks it's not real. Like he's
I
the only
love
one who's
that,
like,
Halley.
he's dead. Like, but then they're like, then why are you still in character? He's like, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know why I am myself.
Right.
And
So I
Alpha's
guess,
like,
yeah,
dude,
another-
you need help. This is fucking crazy.
He's like, you're Australian. Be Australian.
Australian. Yeah. So I think that's another theme right there is the like identity
Yes.
and like
Yeah.
finding yourself. Yeah. Like, oh my God, so funny.
Well, just like the whole thing about like,
Be Australian.
Be Australian.
for me, it's like it's the human nature of being in the film business and like how people like put on like they are a character and like they're real and then like they don't know how to turn it off. And then like, he's so method that he forgot that he was Australian.
I also
Yeah.
fully forgot that he's Australian.
Me too. I was so distracted by his skin color change that I just genuinely didn't even hear the other details of who else he was. Like on
But
that.
also
so
when
funny.
when he actually like went back to being Australian, like being his like real self, like it was still jarring because he had those creepy contacts.
Yes.
Oh my god,
And the bleach
he
blonde
still
hair.
looks weird.
that was
The
insane.
wig. The wig is
Yeah.
insane. The wig
It's
is
like-
so wrong on every level.
RDJ acted his fucking ass off.
Did this get a makeup nomination? I'm so sorry to ask this question.
think so. I think so. Yeah, the blackface got nominated. No,
No, that's what I'm worried about.
I think it did. I can't remember. I
No,
know
no,
it
they
definitely-
didn't do it. They didn't do it. They didn't go that hard.
Really?
It was only for
They should've.
RDJ. But I had to check.
Here I am in 2026 defending blackface.
What a
Like,
time.
you're like, why didn't they get a nomination?
Why didn't they get a nomination?
I mean, to be honest,
It looks so fucking good.
for it to like not be a total train wreck of like canceling proportions, it kind of did deserve a nomination.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, Mary Kate, I have a very important question. What deserved more of a nomination?
Oh, boy.
Tropic Thunder for best makeup, or
Don't piss me off.
Avatar: Fire and Ash for best costumes?
I was just talking to someone about this the other day and getting mad all over again. I was like, did you know that for best costume this year, one of the nominations was that fuck ass Avatar movie, and they're cartoon costumes? They're not real.
They're
Oh my
CGI.
God, don't piss me off. Tropic Thunder deserved it more. You heard it here first.
Tropic Thunder deserved it more.
Wow.
This
All
is
right.
so crazy. I know I'm still digesting so much of it. Like I still can't believe that I also thought this was an action movie and that it was just gonna be so stupid beyond.
I fucking love that. I love that you got the real like 2008 experience of pretty much just going in blind and being like, why is he
Yeah.
black? Why are they in like this? What is this a real movie? I love
Why
that.
is he black?
I kept looking at it like I was like, I think that's Robert Downey Jr., but I can't confirm yet. Like I had no idea, and it's just like,
You're like,
and
is that Tom Cruise?
him taking off.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll talk about this during. I have a hot take, but I don't.
Ooh, okay.
I'm
Save
excited.
it. Save
I'm gonna
it.
save it. Never mind.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Where should I put
Okay, Lindsay. Standout scenes. What's your favorite scene in this movie?
Well, one of my favorite scenes is just the opening trailers. And it's like rewatching it because I love movies from the 2000s, and
Yes.
like all the trailers are literally how those movies were. Like they're spot on. And it's like truly just watching trailers from that time. And
Yeah.
100%.
It's very like of that time. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, Lindsay, but they had the real trailer voiceover guy from that time, like doing it.
I was wondering if it was him.
Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's him.
realize that.
In a time.
Absolute king.
Yeah.
King.
Yeah, it's him.
He just used it like every back-to-back trailer. Once upon a time, there was a man
In a world.
in a world. He
Yes.
was denied.
Yes. The In a World guy was actually in this movie.
Why was every trailer in a world?
Incredible.
Every
I don't know.
opening.
Yeah, that's genius.
My favorite trailer is the one that Jack Black did, unfortunately.
Incredible.
Just because it's so true to like just how ridiculous the trailers were back then. Like it feels like Austin Powers.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the Nutty Professor, obviously.
Yeah.
That's what they're making fun of. Yeah. Go on, Lindsay.
What was everyone else's favorite trailer?
Satan's Alley. Would watch today.
That's mine too.
It's actually crazy. Like, truly, after Brokeback, which is an amazing film and really deserves respect, but good Lord, after Brokeback, everybody was like, the way to win an Oscar is to be gay.
Gay.
Gay is to be real
Again,
gay.
very early 2000s.
It is exactly. But it's so insane how well it's like, didn't Harry Styles do a gay movie just recently, like on like a period gay movie? So you're just like,
He sure
we're
did.
still going, baby. Like all the boys still be. I mean, even I love Challengers, but even Challengers, where you're just like,
Yep.
if to be a boy actor, you got to be a little gay. You got to do
little gay.
one gay thing.
You have to go to theater school. You have to
gotta.
be a theater actor.
Yeah, to be considered a real actor, it'd be like
Just be a
guys
little
a bit gay.
gay. Just do one, and it's got to be a period piece, and it's got to be with another famous actor. The Tobey Maguire is crazy.
I love
that
that
is
Tobey
gosh,
Maguire was
the
in this.
greatest.
I think
It's
that's my
shocking.
favorite cameo, for sure.
But agreed.
Well,
I would
honestly,
say-
it's that, and it's yes, Satan's Alley, but it's that specific scene of like them standing next to each other and then grabbing the beads.
Oh my God, them grabbing the
Like
beads.
that is like stand out to me, grabbing the beads and like holding hands, and they're like just
Yeah,
making the
yeah.
eyes at each other. I was dying.
seductively down the rosary beads is insane.
It's so insane.
I just
yeah.
also like it. Talk about like a self-awareness. I think like it's so funny that you say that people left the theater during those, and it's like
Multiple
actually
times.
multiple times, and you're like, okay, like that does check out but it's also like they are making fun of 100% exactly what every trailer did look like. Like, I actually thought it was an old trailer for the Al Pacino. And I like almost pressed. I went on because I watched this for the first time streaming. I was like, I went to go like skip ad.
It still works.
And I was like, wait a minute.
I forgot.
The hell is this?
I
What the
forgot
hell
it
is
started
this?
way. Dude, people thought
Yeah,
that
I
they were
completely
real
forgot.
ads. They,
In
And
the
then
theater,
Vince-
I
People thought
I
these were real trailers.
yeah.
Yeah, and then and it's so smart that they put Ben Stiller's next, where it's like, okay, yeah, I would absolutely be Mission
Scorcher
Impossible
7.
Yeah, okay, so only he, I'll talk about this more for the cultural impact, only he can save the world again. In the same way, but different. And I thought to myself, that is amazing. And then the Jack Black one's fantastic. And captures also like, I think it captures kind of like boy humor in the sense where I've said this before and I stand by it. A man can stand on stage and do fart sounds as a 5-minute set for stand-up and be thought of as a genius. If a woman did that. A woman did that, she would be called like, just not funny, it's not smart, not clever, crass.
Also, she's gross.
Yeah.
Talk about your
like,
vagina.
Literally. It's like that's it. So like it just made funny that like Jack Black says like I can only my farts are funny.
They only like me for my
I'm like,
farts.
They only like me for my farts.
And it's like, oh, that's true for your because you only do those movies. But the Satan's Alley, 1,000% would watch. Thought it was so fucking funny. Tobey Maguire being that role as someone who was like so respected and being like Spider-Man. Him just walking in and not saying a word and then just running off into a field with him is so amazing.
Insane. I also just realized I
didn't even know that was RBJ.
Right.
With the contacts and the plum. I was like, who is that?
Because he looks insane. I just realized I think Tobey Maguire did this to dig Jake Gyllenhaal because Jake Gyllenhaal was gonna be Spider-Man when he hurt his back, and then he also dated Kirsten Dunst right after Tobey dated Kirsten Dunst. So I bet this was a dig at Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh
You're so fucking right.
That's
my God.
so funny.
Oh my God.
That
the
is
layers.
hysterical.
The
The
layers.
layers.
He is making fun of Jake
I was
Gyllenhaal.
just like, wait a minute.
Absolutely. I never even put that together.
Wow. Jake Gyllenhaal must be a real piece of work because there's been so many people who have made fun of him.
100%.
He's a weird dude.
Well,
I met
he
him.
a fucking method actor
Oh,
too?
really?
Yeah, I was working in like there was like this like award show for so I was like serving his table, and he's he's like an alien. You meet him in person, he's just like
I can
That's
see
what
that.
everybody says.
he's like big. He has a big head, but like he's not there. I'm
He's
like, you're not real.
That's
There's an
I've
alien
heard that
like
about
with
him a lot.
controllers in your head.
Unanimous.
I'm also a big fan of Scorcher too.
Yeah,
Scorcher
It's the
again,
double
again,
babies.
again. Yeah.
the double babies. Talk about a joke that really aged well.
Twins?
Unfortunately.
No, absolutely.
Twins, you
Because
mean?
Tom Cruise
Double
made
right, double
9
babies.
fucking. He made what 9 Mission Impossible movies? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it's
And-
exactly
the joke
Tom
is about
Cruise.
you.
It's crazy that I can't believe he's in the movie. I really can't.
Oh, that
I know.
yeah. I was like, how of all people? I'm like, it's the second scene. I'm like, we are absolutely making fun of you.
Can you imagine sending
Sir.
Tom Cruise the script and being like, so you're gonna anyway. I
I
hope
hope
you
you're
like
not
it.
offended.
Well, there's actually we have
Yeah, I hope you're
a
not
bit of-
offended, but
Panic attack.
We have a
Sorry.
bit of intel on this. If we want to jump into it now. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, go for it.
Tom Cruise, he really wanted to be in the movie. And he's actually who told Ben Stiller, he's like, why don't you guys have an executive producer, like as a character? So Tom Cruise essentially
he created
made.
Les Grossman.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was his idea to put
Yeah.
Harvey Weinstein in the movie. Wow. You know what? For all his flaws, and there are many,
There are
I
many,
respect
but
the man for this.
And
This is a public service.
he like
He gets
he
brownie
wanted
points.
He
really
does.
big hands
is
and to
allyship.
dance. I think
the dance,
dance is-
the dance.
number one.
Did you think you were tripping, Veronica, when you first saw the dance? Where you're like, is he dancing? Is this happening?
He's so
Is that
serious
what
when
he's
he's doing
doing?
this. I'm like, oh my god.
I also my first thought was that ass. I was
That
like,
ass.
yes, sir. That ass, and it was so and I liked how every time you saw him, he just had more chest.
Oh my
hair.
god.
Just got more and more, and then the chain and like him like
and the, oh my god, the
And
pit
hair.
stains. The pit stains were amazing.
yes,
Love the pit
stains.
stains.
And
The Diet Coke.
Bill Hader.
Yeah,
Yes,
fucking Diet
hell,
Coke.
Give me a Diet
Yeah.
Coke.
him and Bill Hader being his assistant, doing all of the work, and just being like it. Like talk about just such a pair.
Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah. You go to the parties. You tell him it was you. Just kidding.
Oh,
He goes, of course I would never.
Speaking of Bill Hader, the reason he's in this movie, he was only in like his second season of SNL at the time.
Oh.
So this is like one of Bill Hader's first big movies too. Him and Danny McBride. So this is early Danny McBride and early Bill Hader, like season 2 of SNL maybe.
Oh my God.
So for Bill, he had to audition for this movie because, of course, like he was fucking nobody at the time, and his audition was an impression of an executive at Paramount.
Incredible. Incredible.
And Ben thought it was so funny because he's like, oh, I know that fucking guy. I hate that guy. And that's how, like, Bill Hader got this role was, again, like you said, I think you said it, Lindsay, like, just this whole movie is like one big inside joke with each other. Yes. That's the whole reason, like, Bill Hader got that role.
So he's playing the guy the whole movie?
He's making fun of somebody at Paramount at that time.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I can't believe it's Paramount and now it's on this Paramount.
I know,
Plus.
they bought it.
I know.
I'm not plugging Paramount Plus. Like that's literally the opposite of what I'm doing. It was so hard to
It's the only
find
place
it online.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
a
going to
Paramount
buy
movie.
it again,
Yeah.
and I think I've already bought it before, so I don't know where it went. But then I was like, oh, it's on Paramount Plus, and unfortunately,
I thought
do
I
have
owned
that.
it on disc, and I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
But yeah,
It's
so
gotta be
that's
on
how
Blu-ray.
Bill Hader got in here. Oh yeah, I have to get it on Blu-ray. Other favorite scenes, quickly, Lindsay, if you want to get.
My
get
favorite
these
scene
ones out.
is the director blowing up. When I rewatched it, I so forgot that happened. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
that was
It's
crazy. Yeah, it is shocking.
Rebecca was shocked. She was like, "Pause the movie." Oh my fucking
was that
god!
a landmine? I think this movie taught me what landmines were. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
That would make
did
sense.
he just blow up?
Yeah.
My dad's like, yeah, it's a landmine. I'm like, what? You can just die that way? And I was kind of mortified.
You can just die that way.
I hate learning new
You
ways
better
to
watch out.
die. It's like, it's so unfortunate. Like, I didn't know birds could fly into an airplane until, like, I think Sully or
The
whatever.
Incredibles.
No. Can you imagine? That would be insane.
No capes.
No capes. Oh my God!
Oh,
You're right. Oh shit!
Oh, that
I
is
didn't
an
know.
incredible
See, I didn't
joke.
know that could happen with a bird. So I was like, wait, that's a new fear. It's like now I'm afraid of birds in the air.
New fear
real.
unlocked.
New fear unlocked.
So real.
My mom was like, "Don't worry, they have radars to like track birds," and I'm like, "But do they?" Like, sorry. Mirakita, what's your favorite scene?
So my favorite, it's funny because I've seen this movie a million times. This was one of the like big DVD movies. This was huge college dorm energy for me. It was like I know I did have this on disc. I had to because I watched this and Step Brothers nonstop for like the rest of my college experience. So all of my sophomore and junior years of college, I was watching these movies constantly. But what didn't resonate with me at the time that really did now, it's so funny. Maybe it's again because we know more about international audiences and we have the internet and smartphones and ways of like connecting with people overseas. But when Flaming Dragon recognizes Tug as Simple Jack, and he thinks like everyone in America and especially Hollywood is making fun of him for it, and it's like this big mark of shame. It's like his scarlet letter as an actor, and everyone's like, God, you're so embarrassing, this sucks. But then he goes overseas and they're like, they revere him. They're like, oh my God, you're Simple Jack. That movie means so fucking much to us. You're like the most famous guy in the universe to us. And like they love him, and it's so touching. Like,
There's like his little face to be like, oh, and on VHS too? Okay, yeah.
he's like, oh, you like this movie?
VHS.
And they're so genuine. They're like, we fucking love Simple Jack.
They're bowing down to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when the little boy comes up and gives him the twig Oscar,
Oh my
The
god.
twig Oscar is so cute.
He's like, this is my child.
it's
I will
fucking
call you Papa.
precious.
Or I will call, and
Yeah.
you may call me Papa. Papa.
Oh my god. And they say
I
to
just
him, and they
love
say in the
that.
movie too, they're like, we don't have, this is another way that this could never, this is just like wouldn't fly.
Right.
We do not have a lot of luxuries here. This is the only movie
This is the only movie we
that
have.
we have. It's the only one.
And it's
and
Simple
it's like
Jack.
and it's just Simple Jack.
I did laugh at
And it's like-
this is the only
And it
movie
means
we-
the world to them.
So did I.
Because can you imagine
Yeah.
how many times they watched it?
I
Oh my
know.
God.
I
Watch
was
it.
just about to say that.
Yeah. And then I goes, oh well, now I can perform this live. Like back to like the theater. Now it's like, oh, he's like a real actor.
Now I'm a real actor.
With
Yeah.
his little like straw
days a
like
week.
hat.
Yeah,
Like,
the
so
wig.
careful with the wig.
Oh my god, dude.
God.
Yeah,
The
he's
white
like
face, it's insane.
white
They couldn't
face
have gone.
Which is
and
insane.
blackface in a movie. Oh,
And it's like it's basically like the Japanese like masks, like the warrior masks.
Kabuki.
So like the kabuki, yes. And I was like, so you're hitting all of the stereotypes. You guys are so mean.
Yeah. It's all of the stereotypes. It's so wild.
Oh.
it's like
Oh my
really good
God.
racism. Like, sorry, sometimes racism is funny. Sometimes racism is funny. I don't
It's
care.
a weird thing.
You know what? It's like it's been like weaned out. Like I was like, oh my god! I remember when I was young watching like Mad TV and In Living
Yeah.
Color, and I tried to
Yo.
watch it. I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
they didn't. I was like, oh damn, this is so racist.
It's just
Yeah.
so racist.
Yeah, it's pretty racist.
Oh my god.
I couldn't watch it. I was like, no, I'm done. I can't go back.
It's fucked up, but it's
Move
also
past
like
that.
it is a weird transgressive like kind of. I can't believe I'm making this argument, but it's a weird thing because they're making a Vietnam War movie, which is like it has such a weird history in the United States, especially. But then this is kind of
Because they're always about white
Right.
men.
and how evil the I forgot what it's there's a proper term for it, but it's this like demonization of
Yes.
the Asian folks and the Vietnamese folks specifically, but this is kind of a weird flip in a respectful way because they're like, no, like these guys are gonna fuck us up and we're stupid, like we're idiot actors just pretending
Yes.
like we could like take these guys down and we got nothing, like they're gonna fuck us up and we deserve it
Exactly.
because we're
Yeah.
not supposed to be here. Like
We're not supposed. Yeah, that's actually a good point. They're not supposed to be there, and they're like, "Where are you coming from?" And they're like, "Why are you here?"
yeah, yep, exactly.
And also, there's no way that they would have come out of there alive.
no.
There's no way.
No.
The fact also that Robert Downey Jr. goes, I spent time on. He said, please forgive me for this. I can't remember. It was like Chinese or somewhere in Asia.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they go, but that's not Vietnamese. And they said, it's close enough, they'll understand. And I said, what an insane quote to say. That it's like, it just shows it like, wow, like
Close
even
enough.
dumber Americans
Yeah.
being like,
But
no,
again,
it's
The joke is on the American men,
yeah.
not
yeah.
the Asian people. Like, yeah.
And Hollywood in general.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so brilliant. That leads us right into favorite performances. So,
Oh, yeah.
Halley, do you want to start?
RDJ is my absolute favorite. He used to be a saucier in San Antonio. The most insane. Just
Yeah.
And also Brandon T. Jackson shout out because if he
The two of them together.
yeah, if his performance didn't work, then RDJ's wouldn't work, or maybe it would, but it wouldn't.
Yes, agreed.
It would be canceled. And like, and also just, I don't know. There's something about like, it's just good to have a. He does a really good job, and it's a really hard thing to do of like not taking us out of the fact that we're in a comedy and things are supposed to be funny, but at the same time, like, it doesn't feel preachy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It like where I
Yeah.
feel like if it was done today, they'd be like, hey, Brandon T. Jackson, we know you're the only actual black person in this movie, but
They'd give him
can
like
you,
a 5-minute monologue.
do a monologue? Yeah. Can
Oh,
you like
God,
explain
yeah.
why this is really wrong? And instead it's like he's just got some of the funniest lines in the movie talking about how fucked up it is. He's like, maybe I only took this job because the only good black character they had was gone to Crocodile
Played by a
Dundee.
white guy.
Yeah. And then he's like, the part also where he's like a dingo ate your baby, and he starts doing a voice. It was so perfect. But then he goes, that was a real story. You're about to cross a fucking line. It's like,
He's like, hey,
because that shit ain't
That
funny.
was real.
that kid died. And he's like, he's offended by that. And he's
Yeah.
like, you are you got surgery
Yeah.
to play this role.
Your skin is black right now, my guy. Like, and, oh,
And
it's so funny.
and then Danny McBride just showing up for 2 seconds, but I cry laughing.
This is like his first movie.
Oh my
This is his first
God.
big thing.
Oh my
know
God.
that.
When
Wow.
he goes, Mother
This came
Nature
out the
just
same-
pissed her pantsuit, like, I lost my shit. Like, and he's like, he's such a fucking American. He gives no fucks about anything but doing the explosions. And he's like, can we fucking wrap this acting shit up? I got a billion,
go.
a billion pounds of. The director's so clearly freaking out. And he goes, that's definitely the signal. And it's like, no, it's not. Like,
Oh my God. So
That's such a crew.
I'm so
that's
glad
such a
you
crew thing.
brought that up, Halley. So that scene, it took them 3 weeks to shoot that shit.
It
and
had to.
Danny McBride spent that whole 3 weeks like stuck in that tower, just waiting to see if they were gonna shoot that day with him in the front, because it's a lot of like shots from the tower and like wide shots and like cutting to Danny in the tower while they're like doing that big ass thing. So for 20 days straight, he was up in this tower, just like. This is his first big movie. He did this and Pineapple Express like back to back.
Oh, wow.
And like that's
Wow.
when he became like superstar fucking Danny McBride. Like this movie really, really elevated him. This is before
Wow.
Eastbound and Down. Like this is so early in his career. He was waiting tables a year before Tropic Thunder came out.
That's amazing.
so what you're saying
Yep.
is Tropic Thunder was his heated rivalry.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
That's so beautiful.
Aw. And look at him now.
And look at him now.
Yep.
no.
You know Kanye West, God, I'm sorry that I'm bringing him up, but did you know Kanye West
boy.
asked Danny McBride to play him in a And Danny McBride was like, no. He's like, he goes, but
No, I
he
didn't
did
know that.
try to ask me to do that. And I forgot who was in the interview with him. It might have been Donald Glover. And he was like,
insane.
I'm going to be real, that makes sense.
You go, I don't know how I could say no even stronger. Just no.
It's
Kanye. Oh my God.
It's
That's
just
so embarrassing.
It's crazy. No, it's embarrassing. It sucks.
That's just
but it's
But
weird.
good for Danny McBride being on set and being like if
Yeah.
for your first big movie
Yeah.
like that, and they'd be like all of those shots and different stuff like that. Like what I'd be like so like
He's
ready
like,
to
so
say my lines,
so I
but I'd
just
be so
stand here
nervous.
and
Yeah,
wait.
I would just stand here and wait, but also you'd be like, yeah, because a year ago I was waiting tables and I was waiting for this big break. Like I could imagine people being like, I'm so sorry, like we'll get to this and that. He'd be like,
Yeah, he's like, no, this is fucking cool as hell. Like, I'm in
I-
Hawaii.
Yeah.
yeah,
literally.
I'm filming this movie in Hawaii. You
Getting
can
paid.
shoot- I'll be here for another 10 days, make it a month.
Exactly.
I'll get paid for a month.
It basically was a month. Yeah.
Also, it's such a crew thing to do. I love that like the actors are being so like self-involved that the crew's behind the scenes like, okay, like what is it? Like what is the signal? Like is that it? Like is that it? Like that has to be it. Like it can't. And they're like, okay. Like you're like they're patient. You're patient. You're like, okay, well I'm not gonna miss my mark because this has
Right,
to
exactly.
be it. So it just is so fitting that he's just like, oh shit, like that wasn't it. I also love the, again, I'm sorry to keep quoting the early access Hollywood, but her going,
No, it's great.
they're
It's
already
genius.
a month behind schedule, 5 days into filming.
Iconic line.
Iconic.
Rebecca laughed so hard at that.
So
She was like,
good.
that's fucking... Because we hear reports like that all the time now, Like, it's, you could open your phone right now and hear about some shoot that's going late and Helena Bonham Carter getting kicked off of White Lotus. Like, we would
So-
never know that. We would
Did she
never know that
exit,
back in
or
the day.
did she get fired?
We don't know.
Were you silent or were you
Silenced.
silenced?
Which one?
We don't know.
It was the latter.
We don't know. I have a
Looked
feeling
in
it was
the
the latter
camera
as
and
well.
she said, "It was the latter." I just like that.
I don't know.
Sorry.
But I
Never
just
mind.
love that we know all this stuff now about like behind the scenes because this is again like it was such a it was so predictive of where we are now with film culture and knowing everything about every celebrity and having access to film sets and knowing everything about the movie before it comes out. Like God, it's so ahead of its time as far as like what we know as an audience. And I think that's why people were so pissed off at the time about it, because they were like, this doesn't make sense to me, because we didn't know as much as we do about movies back then.
Yeah.
Sam Levin
Yeah,
said
especially
they didn't even know about Euphoria season 3, and Sam Levin said
and that it took 2 years, and one actor is being shot on a green screen because they won't talk to another actor. Oh my God. I would love to be a fly on the wall on that fucking set.
They didn't even know about
Sydney
the Marvel.
Sweeney and Zendaya
Yeah.
have never spoken to each other a single day on the shoot.
Nope. The Marvel Cinematic Universe having to redo their entire Phase 3. They did. This
Yes,
was
because of
pre-
Jonathan
because
Majors.
Because
Yes.
of J Mage.
Yeah. See, we would never know that back in like 2007. Like, no, not really.
No.
We didn't even know Iron Man was coming out. I just saw it. Like,
That was
I
just
saw a
it.
poster.
Well, like even like if you want to go like way far back, and it's like if you study like the makings of like say like other movies where they had like five directors, and you're like, because it took that long, and they kept getting fired.
Michael.
You wouldn't have known that until you. Yeah, well, I didn't know. I did not know that. But I was talking about like, but other movies where you're like, you watch it, you're like, there's no way you could ever know that. It's like we study it in textbooks now, and it's like, oh, it's because you're like, why does that look so much different? And you're like, oh, that must be. You're like, maybe it's it's a sign of the times. That's
I love
why.
telling Lindsay about stuff like that. Like when we saw, what was it, Days of Heaven, and she asked me a question about it, and I was like, how long do you think that took? And can you tell that this was, like, what do you think the timeline was of this movie? And she was like, this movie probably shot for like 3 years, and they went back and reshot like half of it. And I was like, yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
Yep.
Because that's what happened.
I'm
Yes.
not gonna lie, not to get into a different movie, but that is how watching Michael felt. I was like,
Ooh. Well, yeah, because they had to go back and reshoot like the whole fucking thing.
they sure
like,
as
oh my
fuck
God.
did, and that script loved to talk about how he had to be his own man. He I think that line was said 10 times. It started being like, leaned over and
That's so
whispered to bed,
embarrassing.
and I'd go, do you think he needs to chart his own path? Do you think that
He's got to go his own way.
you think he's got to be himself?
Thank God for
Wow.
Ben Stiller's iPod.
Oh, yeah. When
Making
he's-
a product placement.
Like, what?
Incredible.
That was like one of the early iPods too. That was so. Oh my
Little
God.
shuffle.
Yeah, but that was one that could hold like 2,000 songs and like in music videos, and I was like, oh wow, like that was such a coveted, like very expensive piece of technology that you're like,
Yes.
the fact that he's watching those old like movies of like he's studying the old Hollywood movies of fighting. To think that he could use that in a
Yes.
wartime movie, it is so fucking funny.
It's so funny.
So
Like all the
funny.
little details like that are incredible. Or like that little run he does at the end when they're trying to get to the chopper at the end of the movie, and he hops over the flaming barrel for no reason.
Yeah, yes, the drama.
Yes.
I love that shit. Lindsay, what were some of your favorite performers?
I also loved Danny McBride. I love everything that he's in. So
He's one of my
stupid,
favorites.
mean, and clever, all at the same time. I also really liked Jack Black. I love Jack Black in general, but I think this was maybe like a different role for him. Usually he's like more on the charming side, and he still was, but he's such an asshole in this. And I loved seeing him in that role. Also, this is just really random, but for some reason he reminds me so much of Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like they look so similar to me. And I really had to say that.
It's so true in this because he's blonde.
Yeah. 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 It's the hair.
Oh my God. I love Jack Black in this because he's almost got like one of okay. It's not harder than RDJ's job, but it is hard to play a coked out like drug fiend and still be funny and charming. And
Yeah.
thank God it's him. Because like I don't know, if someone else had been doing this, it would have been like so annoying or something.
Yeah.
Or you'd just be like, oh, this guy sucks. But
Like he's the only one that
I
works
actually
in that
I
role.
actually wonder Yeah, and I'm actually curious because now that you say that about Philip Seymour Hoffman, I'm like, I wonder if Ben Stiller actually had him in mind to do this role.
Maybe.
Because this is giving me his character from Along Came Polly.
He did work with him like right after this. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was in
For
Along Came Polly, which was before this, and like he was like
it was before.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, Along Came Polly
okay.
was 2004, and this is 2008. So that's why I'm
Oh
like,
my god!
It would
okay.
make a lot of sense. Wow.
because how Jack Black was, and he was all like, "No
This is,
man,
like,
like
right after
I sharded."
Capote.
Yeah.
Yo, this
So
would
I
have been
think
a
Philip
good
Seymour
PSH
Hoffman
role.
went like serious, and maybe this was actually he wrote this for him like back before he became like a serious actor. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman kind of like became a dramatic, serious actor. I felt like maybe
that's
like because I
wild.
was watching it, and Jack Black is actually one of my favorite
such
characters
a
in
good
this
point.
movie as well. Because I was like, and then you're like Philip Seymour Hoffman. I was like, that's probably why. Because I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. And I was like, that's probably why.
I
was
love
like,
I
could tell-
love
it's
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That
like
makes
when the
so
bird
much sense.
stole his drugs, and then he's like eating the bird. I'm like, oh my god, Dad.
Yeah.
So wild. I thought that was going to be one of the reasons why people walked out of the movie theater.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of. No. I think that's. Thank you. That was it. Yes, when he
came
starts
back
sucking
around.
on the bat.
Oh, the bat. Oh, right.
Oh, it was a bat. I thought it was a bird.
That did shock me. I was like, oh,
That was the worst, too. It's a repeat, obviously, but I Robert Downey Jr. Literally, as this is my first time watching this, I thought there's no way this will be offensive. There's absolutely no way that these jokes could age well. And then I wrote
Chef's
this. I was like, I'm on this on purpose. Color me impressed. I was blown away.
But on top.
But
I just thought, like, it's his dedication to it and him in his heart of hearts thinking that he's doing this justice is so funny that I just is like,
Oppenheimer?
sure, he was Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
I remember seeing Sherlock Holmes.
This is right before
Iron
that, I
Man,
think.
he was
Yeah.
very much like the snarky, I'm smarter than you type of character.
Yeah,
Always too
condescending.
clever to get. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
and, like,
condescending. Very much. I
Action
can get my.
comedy.
I can talk my way out of this and this and this and that. And I'm like, no, I actually kind of like that he was just like, no, like I am doing something completely different. I was cool. I thought I was blown away. Also, Jack Black in a war movie was really impressive. I think Lindsay, you said it a good way. Hal, you said a nice thing. It was just like little things about him that I was like, wow, I really did not. I was like, oh, he's just gonna be yelling, like, when did like Nacho Libre come out? Like,
Before
and then this
this.
was after.
Right around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Kung
right
Fu-
before.
This was
But
right
like
after
Kung Fu
was the
Panda
same
and
year.
stuff like.
As Kung Fu
Okay,
Panda.
so it was. I feel like Hollywood put him in a box where it was just like you could be loud and say funny things, and the louder you are, the funnier you are, which is not true. And then he was just like, no, so for him, I don't know why this kept making me laugh. People only like fake me for my farts.
For my farts.
And then the soldiers come in and he does fart because he gets, I don't know, scared or whatever, and they farts and they start laughing and that pisses him off. He's like,
he's
that's
like,
it.
fuck you. I'm serious. Yeah.
And that's when he can tap into his real power. He beats
Yep.
the shit out of them, and then he goes like, he was like,
Basically go through withdrawals and all. I'm like,
Yeah.
he's actually
Yeah.
like playing a dramatic role in this movie.
Right. He's like,
Yeah.
like we're laughing at him, but like he's suffering. He's going
so
through
suffering.
severe withdrawals in the jungle.
He's
His
basically
only
only
thing-
like Jack Black, like because he is a persona. Jack Black, I feel like, is
Yeah.
a persona, and he's just
sure.
that in the trailer.
Yep.
But like him actually
Yeah.
going through
Yeah.
the jungle, I'm like, he's like on his own journey. I love
yeah,
it.
there's
It's
more
great.
weapons
Yeah.
coming. They're
It's-
coming for us.
It's great seeing Jack Black be like the fourth or fifth lead in this
Yes.
movie. You know, it's kind of almost sort of background, a lot of it, but like whatever he's doing, especially with like his off-screen dialogue and just little bits here and there, he is so fucking funny.
Yeah. I also did not think I was gonna like I'm looking for his real name.
Baruchel.
There's something about, I think, his parts that he kept putting in. There's some parts where he's like, kind of like the Twinkie guy, where it's like, oh, I can't get a girl to like me, rats. And then he gets someone like Kate Hudson, or like
He gets Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Jennifer Love Hewitt, or like Jennifer Lopez comes out and is like, I've never loved. I don't really think they're on screen together, but I don't know why she's the only person I can think of right now. But it's like, oh, yeah, the hottest person in the world is like, I was waiting for this man.
For you 140
it's
pound
he was
Canadian.
in a war movie.
And I'm like, the fact that I like that it was, again, another like serious part where he took the role seriously, did all this stuff, and then he starts calling people out. Like,
He's so earnest.
Any work on this? Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Like, I'm so tired of your bullshit. Like, he's like, you guys were my idols, and you're kind of assholes.
Yeah,
And they're like,
you all suck.
I also was.
Like, I'm trying to save your life.
I forgot that
You're
he
welcome.
monologues
Yep.
about like physical media or whatever.
I was dying because Rebecca looked at me and I was like, but it's true because HD DVD. I start doing the like HD DVD.
You know he ad libbed that
monologue.
shit because Ben Stiller goes, "Are you talking
did.
to me?" And he goes, "I'm just talking to whoever's gonna listen to me." And he goes, "God damn it, shut
About
up!"
Blu-rays. How many times has Lindsay had to sit
Stop
through
it.
my Blu-ray lectures?
He's like, "I'm just talking to like not freak out," and I'm like, "That's so funny." Like,
He's just
Oh
like
my
me for
God.
real. He's like, and because of porn and video games,
it
that's
was
why,
porn and
because of
gamers.
PlayStation,
a PlayStation.
it's Blu-ray.
oh shit.
Just like me for real.
Oh my God.
What else did you have, Hallie?
Oh man. Oh my God. I just want to say that RDJ getting nominated was the same year that Heath Ledger won for The Dark Knight.
Jesus
And
Christ.
it's an insane, just an absolutely insane whiplash of effect. And it's like,
Yeah.
but it's also,
This was all happening at the same time. Like,
and it's also a weird like thing that later on RDJ would win his Oscar for Nolan's movie. But it's just fucking weird. And I think, didn't Nolan say like, I fucking love Tropic Thunder?
yes. Yeah, he was like, I don't know if he said it at the time because of like Heath's passing and everything, but I think later on at some point, just like the way he brought it up, he was like, it was such a bizarre, cast of nominees, but like,
I love the idea that
Tropic Thunder and The Dark Knight
and The Dark Knight.
and Iron Man, like that was all the same,
It
like
was.
3-month period.
Yes, that summer was crazy. And like,
That's one summer.
that one summer. And we had it too
I
good.
was working at the movie theater during all of this.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, I was so spoiled.
And then on the other side of it, I don't think anyone has gotten nominated for such an insane comedic performance except maybe, like recently, except Ryan Gosling as Ken, which was like the last time where I was like,
Totally.
is this guy actually going to get an Oscar nomination for being Ken? And then he did, because it was so insane.
Yeah. I love when the Oscars takes big swings and nominates like out of the box comedic performances like that because it's so rare.
It's rare, and
but this one was definitely worthy.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not the same risk factor of it's not going to work, but it was pretty like there's no way this is going to be as good as. And then it was, and everybody was like, "Holy shit, Ryan Gosling's the man!" And now we're back on the Gosling train. So
literally. So behind the scenes stuff about this movie was so fun to do research for. By the way, like, God, what a dream. Just so silly most of the time, but also like there was some really like in-depth stuff there that I didn't know and that I learned through the research for this episode. But so first off, because we did Step Brothers together last year, and this movie also shot on film and it came out the same year as Step Brothers. Guess how many feet of film was shot for Tropic Thunder in comparison to Step Brothers? Do you think it was more or less? And give me a number or a ballpark.
it had to be more.
Yeah,
It's definitely more because of all the explosions and all the
It
action
had to be
scenes.
more.
Oh shit! Did
It was
Adam
less.
McKay just? Oh, Adam McKay filmed all over Woo!
McKay shot
That's
more
crazy.
than Stiller did.
That's illegal.
More.
Whoa.
They shot more for fucking Step Brothers than for this movie.
That's insane.
No
It's
way.
close though. It's
This
close.
was like
So
a million.
Wow.
I remember Step Brothers had like it was a million feet.
Step Brothers was 1.5 million feet, which is 277 hours and 45 minutes. And Tropic Thunder was 1.3 million feet. So it was close.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So it's 240 hours and 44 minutes. So Step Brothers has more footage than Tropic Thunder.
Wow.
Damn,
And they
Adam.
were just
Wow.
hanging out in California in like a living room for most of that movie. And it shot
That's
more.
fucked up.
That's amazing.
McKay is so
McKay's-
ridiculous.
He is so extra.
He's so
Speaking
extra.
of McKay,
I love
who
him.
I love this man, and I would be in a movie of his in 5 seconds. But I think this movie tried to do what Don't Look Up tried to do. Like McKay thinks he's Mr. Satire, but I think Ben is
no, he's
Mr.
not.
Satire.
Ben is Mr. Satire. You are correct. I agree.
This
I-
was such a good session.
I think the only time that McKay's really pulled it off is the other guys. Like
100%.
really well. Yeah, but he keeps trying.
He does keep trying. He shoehorned
That's
the
okay.
shit of of that satire into the other guys, though. That was such a
Yeah,
weird
true.
twist. Anyway.
So there's two things about the DVD commentary. One, I think I've already mentioned, but Robert Downey Jr. stayed in character on the DVD commentary for the entire recording. But he's still like kind of method acting in this really interesting way where throughout the recording of the DVD commentary track, he slowly starts changing into Kirk Lazarus. You
I
have,
have
to listen to it.
listen to this.
You have to listen to it. So by the
I
end
don't
of
know
the
who I
movie
am.
yes, by the end of the movie he starts speaking in an Australian accent and it's Ben Stiller, Jack Black, and Robert Downey Jr. in full character. The two of them are just being themselves. They're like, Jack, what did you do about this scene? And oh, Ben, blah, blah, blah. And Ben's talking about directing this movie. And then fucking Robert Downey Jr. is like, oh, yeah, this was a real hot day in the desert. You know, he's still fully in character. And they're like, bro, you have to stop.
about?
You have to stop. He does it the whole fucking movie. It's genius. And then by the end, he slowly starts morphing into Kirk Lazarus.
Oh my god, I love.
I need to
You
watch
have
this.
to.
That's
You
amazing.
have to get the DVD or the Blu-ray of this movie and listen to it. It's in like 15 pieces on YouTube, but it's you should just get the movie. My other thing about the DVD
That's
commentary,
hysterical.
I know it's genius. My other thing about the DVD commentary, in that clip I sent you, it's just like a brief thing, but I love that even in that time period, Ben Stiller was like tapped in enough to know that women loved this movie. He mentioned it on the commentary. He was like, "Yeah, women for some reason really love this movie. Like it's so exciting. Like it's so interesting. And there's like no women in the movie, but women really got like the satire in real time.
Yeah, because we're smart.
I think we're smart.
Because we're not like, can you believe? They're,
What is happening
why
right
would
now?
they do that? Oh, because they're making fun of you, you dipshits. Like, yeah.
I almost
Yeah.
appreciate it. They're like.
I was like,
oh,
I
you're
actually
kind
like.
of an idiot.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I finally see men like men are being seen the way that we as women look at them. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
I think that's why we resonate with it so much because we're like, aren't these guys fucking dumb? Like, yes, like you guys are fucking losers.
Like they just were thought of being so highbrow
Yes,
and
yes.
like they're so serious
Yeah.
because they are living in this. It's like, okay, yeah, but like if a woman would be that should be seen as difficult or too involved, too self-involved, all this different stuff. It's like what? On
And it's
earth?
interesting how
Yeah.
this ages well for women and in general, and like The Hangover doesn't. But like The Hangover doesn't do blackface.
Absolutely.
But it's like
it's the Todd Phillips effect.
yeah, well, yeah, he's
It's
a
Todd
piece
Phillips.
of fucking work.
I fear.
It is.
Yeah, man.
100%.
You're right. That's a really good comparison of movies that came out at the exact same time and like where they've aged in one direction. Like Tropic Thunder has aged this way, and Hangover has just
Yeah.
it gets worse by the
It
day.
does.
Real-
And speaking of pop culture impact, Lindsay, you want to go first? I need to rest my voice.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but just Tom Cruise creating this role for himself, and I was reading about how his career was kind of tanking after all the Mission Impossible, and after Tropic Thunder, it boosted him back up again.
This is right after the couch jump.
I was literally just looking up when was the couch jump.
Like 05, 06.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Can we have a refresher on
Yeah.
what happened with that?
What happened?
The Oprah couch stuff?
Somebody explain that to Lindsay. She was too young.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so basically he was trying to it had this very oddly expression like Oprah's show was such the platform for the actors to be on that it was just he was talking about how much he loved Katie Holmes, and so he jumped on the couch and was saying like a child was jumping up like a kid who's it was Christmas the next day, in a really weird fashion was jumping on it. Everyone's like, oh, okay.
Like he's like,
Oh, wait. And
Oh
didn't
my
he
gosh.
bring her out too or something? Katie Holmes?
Maybe she was there. I think so.
Yeah, she was
I'd
behind the
have to
camera. I think.
She was
if you make Oprah's seen it all, and she was uncomfortable.
It was one of the most cringy moments in Hollywood
pop culture.
history, and yeah, it tanked his career for a while. Everyone was like, "Oh, this dude is fucking weird."
he's going
It's
crazy.
equivalent to
Yeah.
when you get the ick.
Yeah.
Yes, America
That's
got
exactly
the
what
ick.
happened to him for a few years, and because it was such the platform, and we didn't have the social media where you could probably
Right.
do something else, and other different other stuff. It was people are like, oh, we can't put him on screen anymore. But I mean, he kind of was he's spooky. He's kind of a spooky guy.
He's
A little bit.
it's the
This
whole
is when he started
Scientology.
showing his true Scientology spooky colors. He kind of went off the deep end with Katie Holmes, and then that kind of tanked him.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
So this movie did wonders for his career. It really kind of patched over that weird, crazy Katie Holmes time, which it was just so. He also kind of, because of the way he was acting. Again, speaking of Christopher Nolan, he hasn't really admitted this, but there was a lot of talk that the reason she got recast in The Dark Knight was because of Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Because
probably. Honestly.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't want.
Is that why? I've always wondered why, and I just thought I don't. Oh,
Heavily
It
implied.
was around. Yeah, it's heavily implied because the year that Batman Begins came out, I think was the couch jump year, and then Nolan was like, "Get her out of here." Yeah.
Get me a new brunette.
Unfortunately, it's really get me a new brunette ASAP. Give me the other Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Who knew that would come
Get
back?
me a new brunette now. Please.
Full circle.
She has to look like my wife. I love Nolan so much.
Well, that's why, oh my
Sorry.
gosh. Well, I guess it was a weird, I was laughing because each time I finish this movie, I might double watch. Top Gun Maverick played immediately after.
That's
That's
crazy.
nuts.
That didn't happen for me. I forget what my next
Mine was
suggestion was.
Anchorman.
I think mine was The
Nice.
Boys.
Oh.
What?
Whoa.
The Boys.
What?
Yeah,
Another
because
satire. Very
I watch
dark.
it. Yeah.
God.
Yours was
Yeah.
Anchorman. Whoa.
I-
What was yours, Lindsay?
I can't remember. It might have been The Big Lebowski.
Nice.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Artistic.
Nice.
Whoa. We all
Wow.
got different
We got,
suggestions.
we got
Yeah.
wildly
right,
different
Amazon.
Things.
Speaking of which, my other random take from before, I would say, is I literally said out loud, why does Jack Black look so good in this movie?
Jack Black
looks
always
great.
looks good.
Jack Black is a very sexy man.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he's always so comedic that I was just like, I'm like, okay, but why? Also,
Was it the bleached hair too?
was it the bleached
And he
hair?
kind of had guns. He was kind of
Yeah.
I
built.
think RDJ looks good with bleached hair. I call me a sicko. I don't know. I liked the Kirk Lazarus look.
it was like serving, and it was so funny because I was like,
His hair was beautiful.
yeah, I was like, Jack Black's standing there, and he's like in the chopper, and he's yelling, and I'm like, wait, but like, why does he look really good? Like, he looks really,
He's hanging
really
off the
good.
side, like about to die, and you're like, damn, son.
Jack.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like someone looks like fit, and like I was like, wait, this is like, I'm like, it's one of those things. I'm like, is it me, or is Jack Black look
my
hot? I'm like, this is a sentence I never thought I would say, but
That's-
alas,
Oh, you didn't?
That's
oh,
all you and Lindsay.
I agree that he is no, he's a very hot man.
Yes,
Elle
he
Fanning
is.
and Dakota, the Fanning
Yeah.
sisters,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
are
They know.
into him.
oh, I think it's just the knowing him as Kung Fu Panda and Nacho Libre
true.
and a few other things that I don't think I could have seen him in that
That's
light.
fair. That's fair.
Speaking of not seeing someone in the right light, Hal, do you want
Yo,
to get your Matthew McConaughey
Matthew
take off? Because
McConaughey
mine relates to
As
this.
the agent instead of as one of the movie stars is hysterical. It's so
Isn't that
insane.
so funny?
Like,
That speaks to where his career was at the time, too, though. Go
I
on.
think so, and maybe a little bit of like the satire is that Ben Stiller is the fucking movie star, and that to Matthew McConaughey's like, "You're such a star. I believe in you. You're so hot. You're so beautiful. Like, I love you, bro." But he's so. I know Matthew McConaughey is funny, but I forgot how actually funny this man is because
Yes.
he plays everything so
He
straight.
doesn't do comedies anymore. Like, I don't think he's done a comedy since this. He's great in
He's
this
so
movie.
good, and he was I believe that he was recast. He was the second choice because Owen Wilson was supposed to be this part, and then Owen Wilson had a mental health crisis, and
That makes more sense.
and it does because Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller are besties, and but Owen Wilson is, thank God he's doing great now, but he was having a real hard time and he had to go into like treatment, and so they called Matthew. But it's so insane that like after this is kind of when he starts being who they're making fun of in the movie.
Exactly. I was just that leads me to my point. Yes, because after this movie, McConaughey went and did Mud, which he was
Good
fantastic
movie.
in that. Magic Mike, Dallas
my
Buyers
God.
Club, which he won an Oscar for,
He
correct?
did. He sure did.
And then True Detective.
And True Detective. Beat Leo.
Like one of the greatest seasons of TV of all time. Like he
Oh,
just
yeah.
went boom, 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 boom for like the next 8 to 10 years after Tropic
and then
Thunder.
he did
But
Interstellar.
he's like,
Wow.
yes, he's like 15 build in this movie. You know, he's
Yeah.
like, he's not even in the top 10 of the cast. Like, it's crazy how like before Tropic Thunder, McConaughey was like a rom-com kind of like unserious kind of actor. You know, like people didn't really take him seriously. He had a couple bad misfires with like Sahara and just goofy shit, and then he does Tropic Thunder and people loved him so much, and it really changed his career. So I credit this movie with not only the Tom Cruise renaissance but like the McConaissance as well.
It is insane watching McConaughey and Tom Cruise as like secondary characters in this movie. I'm like,
Yes, they're barely in it. Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah. And yeah, one more note I want to hit is of course we've been talking about it throughout, but like the controversy of this movie. And like a big, like I love this movie. And I love how it's satirizing actors and racial insensitivity and all that. But I do hate that this movie has become essentially like a touchstone for white conservatives to be like, oh, well, you know, because woke culture, we can't make movies like this anymore. And they use it as an excuse to defend blackface when that's not that's not the point.
Insane.
Like, that's not what this movie is about. But like when people say like, oh, you can't make a movie like this anymore, the first thing they're always gonna say is because woke, you know, people are too woke now for this type of shit. And I'm always like, oh, no.
It's bad.
Yeah.
This movie is the joke is not black people. The joke is that it's a white guy who's so fucking self-absorbed he thinks he can be black. That's the joke. Like, you're not seeing, like, the third layer of why the joke is funny. The blackface isn't funny. It's the fact that this Australian white man took a role from a black actor because he's like, well, I need to do this, and I'm so important. I'm the best actor in the world. I will turn myself black to play this part instead of just having a black man play it. Like, that's what's funny about this movie, but it has become, like, a big anti-woke culture touchstone, and I hate that. I hate that for Tropic Thunder. I hate that for Ben Stiller.
He's not cool for doing blackface in the movie. Like, he's the literal butt of the joke for doing it. Like, that's what I think people don't understand is, like, the only reason we may think like it's cool is only because it wasn't a total disaster, because RDJ like put in the skill and work to like not make it a total disaster, and the writing was so good. Honestly, the writing kind of deserves even more credit. But like it's not cool. Like, the whole thing is, it's not even cool in the world of the movie. It's not like sure, the guy's like an award-winning actor, but they're like basically saying like, this guy's gone too far. He's a fucking idiot. We hate him. Like, Maria Menounos is like, fuck this guy.
This is embarrassing.
Like, this is gonna be stupid. And then like, everybody's making fun of him the whole movie for staying in character. Like, no one's like, what a great actor. Everybody's like, what's wrong with you? Like, so it's, I think, I don't know why people, and even outside of it, people are kind of like, dude, you like you got lucky that you, like, I don't know. Like, I think RDJ also is like, yeah, that was fucking stupid. Like, I borderline should not have done this. And like, you'd have to like, anyway, you just gotta put like actual intentionality and like understand that it's not, it's punching up, not down, basically.
Exactly. And you had it in your notes, but I agree. The counterweight of having Brandon T. Jackson as the counterpoint for a lot of what
100%.
Robert Downey Jr. was doing in the movie. It was just perfect.
100%.
Like it makes sense that, like, from a cultural standpoint, like we see it all the time where like, if there's a black part, it's gonna go to a light-skinned biracial, or they're gonna rewrite the part to make it white.
Yep.
Or if it's a part that was originally white and they put a fucking person of color in it, you're gonna hear about it on the internet for 2 fucking years because it's woke. And just the commentary, like, that Brandon T. Jackson's character brings to the role. Like you said earlier about how he's like, yeah, I would have loved to play your part, but you know. they gave it to you instead. So
Literally.
it's so genius. It's so genius.
Well, also, like,
I
Brandon
hate that
T.
this has gone through the white right wing like woke cycle. I'm like, fucking Christ.
Yeah, but also like, I like that the counterweight is that Brandon T. Jackson was like, RBJ, like, RDJ, like, whole thing was like overacting and doing an impersonation of what people think black people are. Like, and then like Brandon T. Jackson's all like, we don't talk like that. Like, that's not, like, I'm being a normal person.
Yeah.
He does
I'm
the
being
voice
normal.
at
You're
him,
like,
so
you're,
funny.
yeah, like, and that was like what made it so funny. That was such great writing there, and I was like, oh my god, because he was like, we don't talk like that. Like, I'm here being a normal person, and like, you're being like a caricature of a black person. It's like, it's so funny.
It's genius. Justin
Yeah.
Theroux
So good.
and Ben Stiller were in their fucking
I
bag.
also
They were in
I
their bag with
noticed,
this writing.
Yeah, they went off.
They were
like, we had.
I noticed too, like, I don't know, hot take, right-wing folks are pretty stupid, but but
What?
stupid, but like, it's in the sense that it's tastefully done. Like, RDJ never says the N-word. Like, that's never even a conversation in the movie, and he's not even
For
like
400 years.
Okay,
That
that's
word
even
has been used.
That's a hysterically transgressive. Like, the fact that he's like, we need to stop it.
Teaching.
That's
We. Oh my God, Halley, or all of you, did you know that 400 years monologue was fucking improv by Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
No.
Stop it.
We were talking about what was
Stop
improv
it.
and what was not. I can't believe
Wow.
that
Came
was
up with that.
Was the slap improv?
I don't know
Oh
if the
my
slap
God.
was. I don't think so.
Okay.
But I think the speech that he gives
Because
after-
he clocks the
I-
fuck out of him and then pulls him in for the hug.
does.
And is like, and he's crying to
It's
no one.
I love that he
fucking
said he.
genius.
I
I,
like
don't
to
know
think-
how Brandon T. Jackson kept a straight face. for
His
that.
reaction
I
is
would've been
perfect.
fucking losing
His
it.
reaction is so perfect. I would have never known
like-
it was improv because he's like, "What the fuck's going on?
Wow.
What is life like?"
That's his genuine
Oh
reaction.
my God, that's so funny.
Slap him
Oh
across
my
the
God.
face.
And
Oh
apparently
my
that
God.
scene was Brandon T. Jackson was like, that was the worst day. I thought I was shitting everything. Like, I thought I sucked. Everything was hot. Nothing was working. And then we did that scene and somehow it worked, which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
so
he said
funny.
they were shooting that for like hours and hours and hours because he kept fucking up his lines and he felt so bad. But no, you don't see any of that
No.
on screen. Like it doesn't read that way. But yeah,
No.
I
Oh my
love,
God.
I just love that.
I love that he
Just-
slaps him and he goes, "I told you I'd tag you back."
Yeah, yes,
And
yes.
it's like, I like to think that Robert Downey Jr. probably said to him, "Listen, like, you can
We're gonna break this up,
absolutely, you can slap me, but like, I feel like if, like, be like, I give you full permission, you could do a full slap, but I am gonna go off on this, and I only when you feel it's right. Like, I want to give you one." He probably was like, "Okay, great." Like, I like to think of that instead of,
Yeah,
like, you know
I
what I mean?
bet-
Maybe not, but like his reaction to that, like if that's improv and it's like a little slap, you're like really thrown. He's like, "I told you I'd tap you back." Like he does a little extra, like, oh my God, it looks like they worked it out. Where he's like, "No, I'm gonna go
I love
off
when he goes,
on
"But are we
this."
cool?" And he goes, "Not really."
No,
Not really.
look at you.
We're
Yeah.
not cool.
Look at your choices.
But he cares so.
Oh,
Oh,
this
that's
movie.
another reason it totally works. Is for RDJ cares so. This is so funny because it's so meta in that he's fucking method acting. So he's of course looking at the one black guy and being like, "Am I doing a good job?" Like he needs the validation, and so he's like, "Are we good? Are we good, man? Like, are we friends? Are we cool?" And then Brendan T's like,
Yo.
"No, why would we be?
No.
This is fucked up." Like.
Lindsay, that reminds me of another movie we covered at the beginning of this season. Zola, that character.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
yeah.
Oh, that's a very similar performance, actually, to
Yes.
this. And it's girls, which is great. But
Oh my God, yeah.
Zola, yo.
I was just thinking of Zola
God.
and how Riley Keough talks in
Oh
that
my
movie.
God.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's nuts.
So
Sorry.
that just brought us full circle. From Zola to Tropic Thunder.
Oh my God.
From past lives to Tropic Thunder. That is the end of season 2.
Woo!
Wow.
Woohoo! We did it.
We did it. We did it, Joe.
2 hours and 50
Oh my
minutes,
God.
baby. Almost the length of Oppenheimer.
I expect nothing less from y'all, but I do want to get Lindsay to bed because she's got to get up early.
God
But
bless.
before we go, Lindsay, throw out your recommendations
Okay.
for similar work.
I said This Is the End. Land of the
Perfect.
Lost, which I'm really
Great movie.
I'm so glad I thought to recommend that one. Due Date and The Disaster Artist.
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
What about you, Marquita?
So I had a lot for this, shocker, because I've seen a million movies, but I'm just gonna spitball them like real fast. So there's Something About Mary, the Naked Gun series, Apocalypse Now, Platoon. You know, the
Not
movies
comedies.
that are, yeah, the movies that they're parodying. You have to like know that history to kind of get a lot of these jokes. But Apocalypse Now and Platoon. Then we've got Last Action Hero, Hot Fuzz, Galaxy Quest, because it's about
Yes.
actors who get trapped in like a situation where people think that they're their characters. Team America World
Yes.
Police, Get Shorty and Be Cool as a double feature, Send Help because of, you know, the whole like oblivious man thinking he's like a survivalist and they're trapped on an island together. It's Dylan O'Brien. They're trapped on an island and he's like,
Yes.
oh,
Great movie.
actually, he's such a fucking loser and he doesn't actually know how to do anything, but he's so confident and so arrogant. And you just watch him like starve to death basically on this island because he can't fucking do anything without Rachel McAdams' character. It's genius. Again, written by a man. And then also Albert Brooks's movie Real Life, which was made in the 70s, I think, and it parodies reality TV.
Love it.
And Ben Stiller said that Real Life was a big inspiration for him to make this movie. And what about y'all? Do you have any recommendations I haven't listed yet?
I would just say watch The Studio. The Studio's fantastic. It's the Kool-Aid episode casting. They cast Kool-Aid the movie, and they. I don't want to spoil it, but basically they
Don't.
get worried about their
Don't.
casting choices, and it's amazing. It's one of the funniest satires on Hollywood I've seen in a minute. Also, the Golden Globes episode is wonderful. And then I would watch also, if we're talking about satires and meta shit, especially now, The Interview is insane, but it's actually a really fucking great satire about just media and reality TV as well, and like news and journalism. And it's a crazy on point it's a crazy on point movie, and it has some of the funniest lines that I quote like on the daily as well. But both are Seth Rogen.
True.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen. Anything for V or Mel before we wrap this up?
I think you nailed it. And The Studio really is a really, really good watch.
But also like the one I completely agree with, like every single movie, Marikita, because I'm like, oh my god, I've like loved all of those. But like especially if you want Tropic Thunder, like literally to the T, but like actual as a parody, like real movie, like watch Hot Shots.
Yes,
Part 2 with Charlie Sheen.
Oh, yes.
Like literally, it's like this movie is making fun of that. It's just perfect. Yeah, if you want to like have the same
Great
experience.
recommendations. Yes, and it's starring Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Full circle.
Also, Devil Wears Prada 2 is actually a really good satire of a lot of stuff going, since we're releasing this right now. That's all.
Oh, I love those.
Thank you. They're my expensive ones.
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Actually, like her glasses.
Those are my expensive lady sunglasses to wear to the office.
Well, thank you for joining us for season 2
Yes,
finale.
thank you.
Watch Party. Where can you all be found? What are your socials?
You
at
can
the end
find
here?
us Watch Party as WatchPartayyy on Instagram.
With 3 Ys.
The 3
Partay.
Ys. One for each of us. You can find me as Ronnie _Murph on Instagram. And from there, you'll be able to find future links for Murphy's Law. We do have our Instagram, but we will be able to roll out more and more. Murphy's Law, I believe it's Murphy's Law 1107. Or Murphy's Law, the series, excuse me. It used to be Murphy's Law 1107, but that was my old Finsta. Murphy's Law.
That's
so
iconic.
funny. Don't out yourself like that. I'm deleting that.
It got cleaned out, and it's Murphy Law, the series.
Oh,
So feel free to
I was
follow
going to say
us.
I'm
You'll see
following
future
it.
updates.
What about you, Mel?
Or WatchPartayyy. And then you can also like follow all of my projects, melissa.s.rios. I'll have all my projects and links to film we're going to be doing some fundraising and things for Billy, but also like keep you posted on what's coming out. I'm very excited.
And you can follow moi on Instagram only because I am bad at TikTok. And I'm at Just Halz, HALZ, with a little underscore at the end, to be different. No, because the other one was taken. But and also I produce with my partner Lauren at Space Cowgirl Productions a ton of stuff. So I kind of go back and forth with posting on both of those accounts for upcoming stuff, and you will be seeing a lot. And of course, WatchPartayyy, why.
All right, Lindsay, close us out.
Okay. Well, this is the finale, but we're doing a little series next on High Fidelity, the TV show with Zoe Kravitz. Not
Oh, that's awesome.
Not the movie. Definitely not the movie.
Period. Yeah, that'll be our summer project.
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen in because I've wanted to watch that show for a long time, and I did kind of start it. So now I got to finish it.
I've already
with you
seen
guys.
it so many times. Thanks for listening. Please email us at postfilmclaritypod@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at postfilmclaritypod. All of our episodes are closed captioned on our YouTube channel, and follow us on Letterboxd at postfilmclarity. There's a list of recommendations and reference work from this and every episode.
And with that, bye, honeys.